Oh, yeah, you can stop it.
3, 2, 1, go at it.
Hey, welcome here to McEachern High School for the Football Hotbed National Freshman Showcase. Coach Chapman, how are you?
Good. And much warmer up here than when it is down on the field.
Oh, amen to that, brother. That wind is howling. Tell you what, man, I'm excited about today. Going to get to see a lot of good football. This is the first of 3 games for today. Looking at the best of 2022. Thoughts about the game?
It's going to be interesting to see how it all shakes out. We've been kind of trying to look at the rosters that we got about 35 minutes ago and seeing how it's all going to play out. And found out that both teams are going to run a 4-2-5 and both teams are going to be spread. So we should be able to speak intelligently on that. And plus, it looks like there's not a whole lot of there's not a whole lot of depth on the offensive and defensive line. So it could be an interesting day today.
Well, I'm always interested to see, anytime I watch an all-star game, anytime I watch anything like this, my thought always immediately goes to the center quarterback exchange, because your practice time is so limited in these all-star events, and the familiarity between the center and the quarterback just may not be there.
And then plus, that's probably the one thing you take for granted the most. You don't ever expect to fumble a snap. You don't ever expect for the snap to go flying over the quarterback's head, things like that. So, things that you've been very comfortable with during the season may not be so early in this game.
There's no doubt about that. We got a chance to talk to Coach LeCount and Coach Collier before the game started, and it's pretty much the same. The spread is kind of the go-to for all-star games, and both teams are playing a 4-2-5.
Looks like we're going to get started, Coach.
They're lining up to kick, and there's a pretty good boot right there from the black team.
Wow.
Drives number 1 deep, and he's down right there.
Wow, that's tough right there. You're going to start your first possession at the 5-yard line. That was a nice kick. I don't think he thought he could kick it that far, but he kicked it with the wind. So
that ball fielded by Lamar Patterson. Just couldn't get his footing. Kind of slipped down right there about the 5-yard line. That's gonna be a tough spot to start from. It was a pretty good boot, though, especially for a freshman.
So you get to start your first play on the All-Star game when it's 29, 30 degrees out there. You're starting at your 5-yard line going into the wind.
And they come out. They're running that sniffer back look, quarterback in the gun, slot to his left side. Single receiver. Oh, high snap right there. Nice job fielding it. Handoff and just met by a swarm of black team members.
I think they're going to blow the whistle sometime today. Hey, they tried to run outside zone over here to the sniffer back side. If they're going to do that, left guard's going to have to get a much better block. When you're running against this thing with a 4-2-5 look, you're getting an 8-man front really is what you're getting right here. And so, you're going to have to be able to block somebody and, you're reading the backside. So you should have 6 to block 6 in there. You get what I'm saying?
That's right. Somebody block somebody.
So, first play of the game, probably not the way they wanted it to go.
That's going to bring up 2nd and 12 from what looks to be about the 3-yard line.
Looks like they've gone to cover. They're in cover 3 or cover 1.
Got the sniffer away from the slot this time. This is going to stop play right here.
And there it
is. And there's the yellow hanky.
Flag on the play.
The same thing that every Saints fan wanted yesterday just got thrown.
Yep. Uh-oh.
Too many people on the field for the offense.
Yeah, I tell you what, there's lots of times I wish I could play with 12.
If you had a chance, if you wanted to get a penalty though, this is probably the best place
That's
on the field.
prime spot to get it.
Not going anywhere.
Yeah, you're not losing much. So now ball at about the 1.5, 2nd and about 14.
Here it comes now.
And there's another high snap, quarterback around the left side.
Nice tackle right there. Little quarterback stretch right there.
That ball carried by number 13, Caleb Perry.
Pickup of about 5 is going to bring it back to 3rd and 10. That's a really nice thing. They put the formation into the field and ran the quarterback weak side, got an extra blocker because they ran the quarterback. So, trying to pick up something to get them all out of the shadow of their goal line.
But it's still 3rd and 10, right here, money down on your own 5-yard line. So the slot's out to the right-hand side. You got the sniffer back and the back set off to that right side. There's a snap. Quarterback run. Smacked in the middle, but he stayed up. That was a tough run. He tried to spin back inside, but the pursuit was coming, buddy.
Yeah, tough run. Taking a lot of punishment to gain 1 yard right there, you know. So, but kind of a safe play call down here. You know, they can't rush a punt. So because of that, you're going to get the chance to get the punt off. They can return it, though.
Well, you know, the last thing you want to do is turn the ball over right here. You know, it's one thing to have a bad starting field position and then to kind of stall out offensively, you know, with this first possession. But, you know, the nightmare scenario, you turn the ball over.
Yes. Yeah, and you know, you don't want things like that to happen, especially early on in this game. Something cheap to happen. So you play it conservative, play it safe, punt the ball, and play defense.
Now, the gun snaps have been kind of high. Okay, there we go. Just kind of a – oh, goodness.
Wind is catching that thing. That ball hit him.
Yep. And
somebody got done. It's a live ball.
That's white ball.
Should be white ball, and I don't think he understood it was live because then he got
that
dumped.
That ball recovered by Caleb Perry right there.
And it's first down.
First down white team. Come on, fellas.
Here we go.
Y'all got to wake up now. You know, I guess he was trying to pull Julian Edelman. You know, it didn't touch me.
I didn't do that. Number 12 is going to come in there changing quarterbacks right here for the white team.
Scott Keene coming in at quarterback. I think Keene is more of a pocket passer.
Well, there you go. And they're straight and empty starting off with that.
That empty set tells us true.
And they have zero coverage in behind it because everybody's playing man.
Golly, ball's on the ground. Keene able to pull it back in. He tried to jump on it, couldn't quite get there, but was able to stick a paw out and snag it back in before everybody else got on it.
And unfortunately, he lost about 11.
That's going to bring up 2nd and 21.
It'll be 2nd and 21.
Yeah,
that's never a good position to be in.
If you had to dial it up on what did you want your 2nd and 21 play to be, you know, Bobby Dodd would have said quick kick. But right now you're pretty much going to hand the ball off right here or throw a quick screen.
But you're lined up and empty, and like we talked about before, you're lined up and empty, and you're sitting there waiting on the snap. You're used to catching a snap mid-chest and just letting it fly, and then the ball's a little high. They line up in a gun. Here comes motion from left to right. They pull the string, snap. Quarterback rolls to the right, lets it fly. Ball's a little low.
Ooh, they ran a clear-out concept thinking they were going to get some kind of man coverage, and the corner side out there, that could have been ugly if that ball would have been up. You know, it could have been one of those things. If he throws it too far out in front of him, that could have been a pick six, and if it was on the money, it could have been one of those, you know, decleating hits that you see sometimes on Saturday that draw that dreaded targeting penalty.
King let that one fly. Pass intended for Lamar Patterson, just a little bit low. Got to really try to give Patterson a chance to run with the ball.
Now, be interesting to see how they attack this 3rd and 21.
Well, empty again.
And they got what they want right here. This is man coverage, so if they got this guy in the slot down here, if he runs by it, there's a chance for a touchdown.
King drops, lets it fly out to his right side, overthrown.
Picked off.
That ball's picked by looks like number 8. There he goes around the left side.
All right, Coach. I'm gonna say this.
Zion Reese on the interception.
Coach, that was a play caller's idea of I'm going to throw this as far as I can down the field. If they pick it off, it works as a punt.
And it was actually longer than the last punt they had.
So you know, if I throw this down here and it gets picked, it's a punt. You know, and nobody wants to think about it that way. But you know, other things we could catch it, or we could get a pass interference call. And if we, you know, none of these things are right now a real negative. If you look at the way this thing started, you basically have flipped the field from when you started at your own 5.
There's no doubt about that. So you've really been lucky.
Yep. So you know, here comes a true 20 personnel spread stretch look right here.
There he goes around the right side, finds a little room for about 3.
Not a bad play right there on both sides. Pretty good job of rallying to the ball. You know, had a block thrown out there in front of him by Juice. You know, Mr. Dudley out there throwing a block. It's going to bring about, you know, 2nd and 6 right here, Coach.
All right, here they come to the line. Looks like they're going to go with A straight gun look with a slot out to the right side, single receiver to the left. Defense in that 4-2-5, look like playing too high. There's the give on the zone to the left. That's Mr. Dudley on the carry. That's going to be good for about 3.
And I thought you couldn't blitz in this game.
Well,
And they sure came off a corner on that.
we were talking down there, and they were saying that that takes all the fun out of it too. So we can anticipate a little blitzing, I think.
I think so. I mean, we were running under 5 minutes right here to go in the first quarter. It's moving pretty rapidly, if we do say so ourselves. But third down right here. This is about the best third down distance we've seen so far in the early going right here. Everything.
3rd and 4, and the thing is, to be able to drive the ball in an all-star game, that's an impressive thing.
Yes.
All-star games are usually big plays.
We looked at the sheet that they gave, and it was they've been here for 3 days.
Here comes that motion. Oh, somebody cheated.
Somebody zigged when they're supposed to zag.
Yeah, I think they started early.
False start.
There we go.
So that 3rd and 4 is going to be
3rd and 9. Golly, that's a killer. You had motion coming from left to right and maybe like a jet zone type look. But, it's hard not to get anxious, especially when you just keyed off the edge as an offensive tackle. You get a little.
Yeah, and I think that, there was some confusion. It looked like maybe a snap count thing, one of the other things we haven't talked about. There's a chance that, cadences for some of these guys are different.
Doubles look. Quarterback tries to go
down.
middle. Ball's out.
He got it back. I think it bounced right back up to him.
That ball recovered. Lost and recovered by number 13, Tyler Jones.
Number 13.
So it brings up 4th down, Coach, and you got a chance, unfortunately, to be pinned right back where you started this thing from if you're the white team. But that was a nice defensive stand for them right there.
This is where your kicking game is huge, and a lot of times kicking game is one of those things that suffers in all-star games. Looks like Will Bettridge coming out to punt for the black team. I'm guessing deep is going to be Lamar Patterson. I'm trying to catch a number. Or is that 2? 7.
Looks like 2.
Is that 2 or 7? Juju O'Beal, I believe. Oh, goodness.
Right.
And totally misfires with the snap and then looks to be rather flustered. And it's fielded by number 40.
Hello.
Golly. He comes around the right side. He breaks a tackle or two.
Number 1, D. Cleater right here.
Marcellus Johnson on the return. And who was that?
Number 1, baby.
That was Lamar Patterson that just jacked somebody?
Wow. I mean, just destroyed him.
I tell you what, man, special teams, you better have your head on a swivel. You know what I'm saying?
And, just being honest, Coach, if we were playing, there'd be 35 penalties on the field right now for an illegal blindside block.
I'm from the school where don't get caught counting your change on special teams.
That is the truth.
All right, here we go. Looks like they're going to run that slot look with the sniffer off to the right side, slot to the left in the gun. That same 4-man front, little give off the –
Hello.
Golly.
The linebacker is hunting right there. What number is that?
Give off the right side. And I think that's number 8, Coach.
Yes, it is.
That's Zion Reese came in there the same – that's the gentleman that had the pick on the first possession.
Well, I know one thing. When he showed up with ill intentions right there.
Yes, sir. He shot that gap and made a play now.
It's interesting to see, you're going to get a little, similar look from both teams with this little zone and jet and all of this stuff. But most everybody sees that. So, from a defensive standpoint, it's still see ball, get ball, things like that.
There's no doubt about that. It's going to bring up 2nd and 11. They're going to come out in a doubles look. 2 receivers split out to each side. Quarterback in the gun.
It's like cover 1.
He drops. Throws it across the – almost looked like a receiver gave up on the route right there. That ball intended. Is that number 5?
Ball intended for number 5.
Yes.
Joshua Curran. Pass is incomplete.
From a standpoint right there, Coach, they ran a little slant.
That was Joshua Kern.
Little slant out combination right there. And they, you had single high look. I think it was man underneath with single high safety right there. And he had a chance. The ball was thrown in the right spot. Like you said, I don't know if he got held up when he tried to come out of his break, or if he didn't anticipate the ball being thrown to his side, because we all know that happens sometimes.
Oh, yes, sir, indeedy.
Didn't get thrown to me in
Oh,
practice.
high snap.
Nice hands.
Lets it go.
That would have been
Had a wide open man on the slant right there. That was Juju O'Bill coming in on the slant. And
unfortunately, he was getting hit right about the time he threw the ball in the backfield right there.
good pressure up front by the black team. D-line kind of doing some work.
And here comes the third punt of the first quarter for the white squad.
That'll bring up third down.
Samuel Lemos coming out to punt for the white team.
Fourth down. Thank you.
The first punt was recovered.
Yeah, it's wireless, but
And there's a snap. And
Much better punt this
a
time.
better kick. Angled towards the sideline. That ball fielded and then dropped. Recovered again.
Number 13.
By Caleb Perry. That
That's
guy's having a great game on special teams.
He's a player of the game right now, Coach.
Who was that caught that punt? Did you catch a number right there, Coach Chapman?
Received by Gerandy Swint, but recovered by Caleb.
Gerandy Swint, Coach.
Gerandy Swint.
I know y'all met last year, but this
Okay, that's number 4.
I got a little bit.
Okay.
That's a tough break for Mr.
I got you. Okay.
Mr. Swint.
Yes, sir. Cold, though, Coach. When it's cold, sometimes, it
That
takes
ball's
a little,
hard, man, when
yes,
it's cold.
Slick. Very slick. So you're going to get sudden change right here, Coach, going down the field?
Oh, yes, sir. 1st and 10 from about the 28 going in. There's a snap. Going to let it fly out
There it is.
out to the left side. Got a man.
Nice job of breaking that play up by number 20 right there.
Ball intended for Juju O'Bill, broken up by Jaheim Hayes.
Yeah, well, they went for it, Coach. That was the thing, Got the turnover, got in great field position.
Will King let it fly? If he just put a little bit more juice on that ball, kind of put it out there for him a little bit, or maybe even throw it a little bit earlier.
That'll bring us.
Throwing it into that.
But they did elect to go into the win in the first quarter, knowing that you'll have the win to your back in the second.
Yep. So he threw, if he's throwing that the other way, it may not stay on the field of play because of the way the wind's blowing. So, it's kind of brutal down there on the thing blowing in through these, the stands and all that stuff. Makes a nice little wind tunnel down there.
Trips out to the left. Looks like we're going to get a man look out of them.
Looks like we're fixing to get a blitz, too.
Here comes some heat off the edge.
Yep. It's a
King
blitz.
lets it fly out to the left side in the flats.
Nice
Tackle. Pass caught by number 83, Elijah Roberson, the tight end.
Elijah Roberson.
And play made by number 20, Jaheim Hayes. That's 2 big plays by Mr. Hayes back-to-back.
Yep, gain of 5 right there, Coach. They did come with the blitz. They walked the inside linebacker up onto the outside on the short side or the trip side right there. But then they ran double slants, flashed the tight end out in the flat, one little pick concept. Picked up 5, made it a 3rd and manageable right here.
But it could have been a huge play.
Yeah, and a very nice play by the corner right there coming in to make the tackle.
Slide to the left. Here comes motion. Back to the right. There's a snap. Quarterback rolls. Lets it fly. Had his wing at the sniffer back in the flats right there. It's hard not to get greedy though.
Yeah, and I think this may have been the wrong route run. You had a back running into the flat, and then you had a guy running down the right sideline, then you had a guy running a corner route, and that can't be right because they were about to run into each other.
Should have had some sort of intermediate route, maybe a 10-yard out or some kind of flag or something right there. Headed back towards the sideline to get that 3-way stretch you're always looking for.
It'll be 4th and 6.
So
But, and where I come from, that's good defense if you don't catch it.
So we're fixing to line up and attempt a 38-yard field goal right here, Coach.
That's a pretty good boot now.
38 yards into the wind.
And that's number 80, Samuel Lemos, coming out to kick.
No, that's
No.
Will Bettridge. He's kicking for both teams.
Okay. I stand corrected. That's Will Bettridge. There's a snap, the hold. And there's the kick, and that's going to be wide right, and it's going to be a touchback. That's
Yep.
going to be black ball at the 20.
It sure is. Once again, kicking it into the wind, that thing held it up pretty good right there.
So the black team dodges a bullet yet again after giving up a punt. They've had 2 muffed punt returns. At this point, we might play safe.
Mm-hmm.
And just be like, you know what? It's hard to field the ball because, you don't think about it. But kicking into the wind's tough. But when you're back there trying to catch it and the wind takes it, the wind kind of takes it where it wants to go.
Yeah, and right now, really the first one was just a short punt that bounced and hit somebody. The last one was caught and just dropped.
He was so focused on setting up his blocks that he just lost the handle.
Right.
Doubles look.
Trap.
Give on the trap right there. I tell you what, if you've got a couple guys that can pull, that was a nice job of number 99 running it down right there. That's Maurice Brown. However, it's still a nice pickup of about 5 yards. That was juice on the carry.
It was, Mr. Dudley. So nicely put that we should call him Juice.
Well, and it's funny because it's just memorable because it struck me kind of funny.
Yeah, it was funny. Very personable.
Doubles
young man.
looks like we got heat coming off the right.
Run the same play.
Met in the backfield.
And almost got away from it.
And again, number 99, Mr. Brown,
All right.
on the play right there.
And that's the end of the first quarter, Coach. Our score is 0-0 and a defensive struggle in the first quarter, wouldn't you say?
I would say so. At the end of 1-0-0, everybody's still holding on their timeouts, though.
That's correct.
I will say that it looks very organized. Not a whole lot of drafting people on and off the field. One of the issues you run into when we look at these all-star games so often is, things that we consider to be, practice things. 11 guys on, 11 guys off.
Sudden change moments.
Sudden change moments. Running your special teams out there. Things that when you practice regularly, when you practice 5 days a week for a season, you have time to work on every day. But in comparison with a lot of games I've seen, this has been very well organized. And again, we're coming to you live here from McEachern High School for the Football Hotbed National Freshman Showcase, the best of 2022. And so far, pretty evenly matched.
Yeah, Coach, I'd say right now that, other than the turnovers, we've had 6 possessions in the game, and 4 of them have been from the white squad, and 2 of them because of fumbled punts. So, what needs to happen right now, the black squad probably needs to try to convert this third down so they can keep their defense off the field, although it doesn't seem to have bothered them any.
No, they seem to be going hard.
Our new score program is wireless,
So that's going to bring up 3rd and about 7.
back to the norm.
And we're going to get a slot right and then
So we don't have to
a
jump
traditional gun look.
for that big jumbotron.
Got a single receiver split out to the left.
Feeder team, middle school team.
Looks like we're just going to get a 4-man front out of the white team.
Gonna get cover.
And there he goes. Oh, they started out looking like an option.
Now he's gonna
He
throw it.
pulls up, lets it fly.
He's gonna be
And
just short, Coach.
he was close. I mean, nice improvisation right there. Just getting the ball out
He's
because
gonna,
it looked like they were running speed option to the right.
I think they were.
And the heat was coming down.
I think they were speed option, and then I think that he had to reevaluate how much speed, and he had to have another option.
Yeah, you start making what I call career decisions, where you're like, no, I'm not running into the teeth of that monster.
So let's see how this thing plays out, and it'll be, we'll get a punt right here. Last punt from the black squad was not very good, and there was a crushing block.
Well, that one turned over well.
That's right.
And gets a good roll. Everybody kind of standing away from it. Ball down by number 3. That's Jacob Love that downed that ball for the black team.
Jacob Love.
All right. So the white squad will take over at their own 46-yard line.
But, you know, the white team has really dodged some bullets here. I mean, when you stop and think about that, they took the ball to start the game at their own 5 and then weren't really able to get anything going.
No, they went back to the 1, Coach. They lost
Did go to the
4
1.
yards.
They did go to the 1.5. You're right.
So they did. They started at the 5. They took a loss on the first play, and then they ended up with a too many men on the field penalty to get moved back to the 1. And now, just to be honest with you, they've flipped the field and done what you didn't think could happen because of special teams.
There's motion from left to right. Dylan Rod hands off.
Got it.
Golly, the number 1, Lamar Patterson.
Needed a block on the edge right there by number 7 because they had everything sealed down inside. That was a really nice design on the play. Nice play outside on the corner, coming up to make the tackle and keeping that to be about a 4-yard gain right there. Because if not, that play had a lot more legs in it than 4 yards, Coach.
That's Jahan Hayes that came up to make that play.
He's having a big first half too.
Yeah, he is.
We roll under 9 minutes right here to go. It's going to be 2nd down and 6 from the 50.
That slot to the right, Sniffer to the right as well. Rod takes handoff, gives around to the right side.
Hello.
And no doing. That's number 75 on the play right there for the black team. I am hunting for his name and do not see.
By number 75.
That was a nice play, though.
Bring up 3rd down.
You'll have a first time out of the half right here, Coach, for the white team.
Timeout.
Well, it's 3rd and 10.
Yeah.
I mean, you got 3. You can't take them with you. May as well take a second to talk about it. 3rd and 10 from what you've seen so far. What do you have right here?
If I'm doing this right now, if from the white squad perspective, anytime you spread them out with the 5 wide receivers, you're getting an empty, or you're getting a no safety look. It's a straight cover 0 look. So you got the middle of the field wide open, and you're getting one-on-one coverage. So you might as well go ahead and do that and take that shot. Give you some split in the middle of the field. 2 slants and maybe 2 speed outs, and see if you can get somebody inside of somebody running real fast to the goal line right here.
There's no doubt about that. I tell you what, the black team has done a good job up front applying pressure.
Yeah, they're getting after it up front, Coach. There's no doubt about that. Most of the time in the All-Star game, you think it's going to be a defensive game unless you've had more than 2 or 3 days. These guys came in, it looked like they started on the 18th, and then they're playing today, so they may not have had a whole lot of practice time.
Oh, how was that not a false start?
Yeah, it was a false start. Everything
Okay,
about
but
that was a false start.
The ball's on the ground. Bad snap. Looks like it's going to be covered up by the black team. I think number 8 jumped on that one.
He did.
That's going to be Zion Reese again.
Zion Reese is having a good first half too, Coach.
Yeah, he is. I tell you what. And so finally, the ball bounces the black team's way.
Yeah, now you're going to take the opportunity. Hey, do they do sudden change right here? Is this going to be a chance for them to go down the field or maybe run a trick play? You probably put in 1 or 2 this week. So, are they going to give themselves a chance for the trick right here, or are they going to try to throw the ball down the field? All right, 1st and 10 for the black team from the white team's 40-yard line.
I mean, I would absolutely take a shot right here.
Well, they're in doubles, so they
Christian Garnett at quarterback.
Single high safety look on defense, Coach.
Here comes some pressure. And he lets it fly out to the right, and that ball had to get tipped. That ball intercepted by number 32, Rakesh Olanda. And right there, just like that, back-to-back turnovers.
That's Rakesh Olanda.
That's the 3rd turnover of the first half, Coach. And let's be honest, we're throwing the ball down the field into the wind. Young guys, maybe not the strongest arms right now. Tried to put a little bit too much on that and overcooked the throw. Came out like a curveball.
I thought maybe it got tipped. That's why
I think
it just came out funny.
I think he tried to throw it as hard as he could throw it, and I think when you do that, sometimes it don't work out in the best way, and you get that thing, spinning like a frisbee.
Well, I'll yield to you on topics of quarterback.
All of a sudden, we have 23 on 6 on the clock. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's happening. Here comes motion.
Fake the jet. They're going deep, too.
There we go. He's got the wind to his back.
And that guy deserves that.
And they keep going at him. I tell you what, that ball intended for number 7, Juju Abil, but I would leave Jaheim Hayes alone.
Mr. Hayes is right now a shutdown. He's shutting down one side of the field. If it comes over, I mean, he basically made a first down, touchdown, saving tackle on the tight end screen pick out there. He had a pass breakup in the end zone after the after the last turnover, and now they go at him again after this turnover, and he has an interception of his own.
Okay.
So we've played, Coach. We're right at 12 minutes and 2 seconds of game time, and we've got 5 turnovers.
That was back-to-back-to-back turnovers.
There it is.
There's snap. Quarterback drops, throws, has a man on a slant, got plenty of room, and wisely gets down.
Going to give him a 9-yard gain right there, Coach, not a first down.
Ortegas Allison Jr. on the catch.
So it should be interesting to see how this works out.
Good ball right there by Christian Garnett.
Yeah, that was that play was real nice. It was good timing too. That was the best part about that.
Well, the way the corners are playing off, it's there.
Yeah, now they're not covering the slot over there, kind of giving him an 8-yard cushion in the slot.
Garnett drops, looks left, and rolls right.
Don't try to throw.
He's trying to direct some people. Throws
He's
back
got
across
a guy
his body.
open. Oh. Everybody watching that, if you are a young quarterback watching that, don't do that.
Ortegas Allison Jr., the intended receiver, ball falls short. Almost looked like Mr. Garnett was going for some no-look action.
He was trying to get the Mahomes work. So, you're looking right here. It's 3rd down and 1. Got timeout.
Looks like officials' time right there.
Officials call timeout?
I tell you what, black team's on the move. I think they're trying to figure out the clock issue. We've got about 7:09 left in the second quarter, according to my numbers.
7:15.
7:15. But
y'all gotta keep talking. I'm not stopping you.
Okay.
Lights, okay, I gotta be your mannequins right now. I just gotta
Roger
get
that.
Okay.
Roger that.
So back up. I just need to see if I got pictures.
Okay.
All right, 7:13 and running now, Coach. So it's 3rd down and 1.
All right, here we go. Doubles. I'm looking for a trap right here. Snap, fakes the zone,
RPO.
throws the slant.
Nice catch.
Nice throw and catch right there.
Number
Pass
82.
caught by number 82.
Pass complete to number 82, Ty Stokes.
Ty Stokes on the catch.
I like that we had the conversation with the coaches before the game that it would be boring because there would be no blitzing. Something.
They've decided to dial it up a little bit.
There's been a message that has been lost in translation here, because they're bringing the heat, and it's not a one-time thing. It's it's becoming a every down thing.
Garnett marching them down the field. Doubles look right there.
There's your trap, inside zone. Really, is what it
Give
is.
on the zone to the left side. Huge pickup right there.
And that's the first time really in this game that you've seen the inside zone play work the way it's supposed to. They got 2 good double teams right there. Back was able to have a chance to get up, press the hole, kick it out. Very nice. Very nice setup right there. You got 2nd down and 5 now, so your playbook's wide open.
Well, that's my thing. When I say huge play, it wasn't a 20-yard rip, but you pick up 5 yards on 1st down, that changes the game.
Right,
and it looks like we're going to get a trips bunch look out to the left side right here.
You're going to get single man coverage at the top of the field. And now you're going to have it looks like you may get blitz right here from a safety.
Garnett takes a snap.
Did get blitz.
Lets it fly across the middle. He's got his man.
Nice catch right there.
Nice throw and catch. Dalen Willis on the reception.
Throwing that nice little deep end route. That was nicely done. Nice timing right there. Wasn't bad coverage. Good pressure on the quarterback. Got hit as he threw. That's just a great football play all the way around.
Mr. Garnett's doing a good job right there. You recognize his helmet?
He's
Is that
Springs, Florida.
Coral Springs, Florida?
Coral Glades High School.
Coral Glades High School is what I'm just been told.
I'm pretty sure this weather is a shock to his system,
Oh,
Coach. Wouldn't you think?
know it is.
Right.
Doubles look right there.
1st and 10 right here. You're going to have – this is man underneath, and they just ran switch.
Now, did he catch that?
No, it
Okay.
bounced. Very lucky because that pass went right through a defender's hands.
Yes.
That was a switch concept up at the top of the screen, up on the right side of the offensive right side of the field. The DBs did an excellent job of passing that route off and running over the top so they didn't get picked off. And down here, you know, you had a little action off the edge, so you had a guy come free. You know, if it would have been perfectly thrown, it would have been a chance for a score right there.
Garnett takes snap, looks left, rolls back right, dumps it off to the back.
Nice play.
And that guy eating up. It was number 4 on the reception, Gerandy Swint, and Caleb Perry just came flying up and smacked him.
He's having a heck of a first half. 13.
Caleb Perry.
I mean, he's everywhere. Now you got 3rd down right here and long. Coach, they ran the switch play last 2 times. All right, that time they flared it back. That time it was covered on both sides pretty well.
I'll tell you what, they gave up the flat right there, but just, man, did they come up in a hurry.
Now if you get a 5-man pressure, they're going to sit one linebacker in the middle. Looks like it's going to be, going to play man underneath, 2 over the top.
Getting good pressure up the gut. Garnett has to roll to his left. Still, the heat bearing down on him. Gets rid of it.
Gain of about 4. That was a really nice job of buying time. You know, scramble rules apply. I don't know how many people really know about scramble rules. As a freshman in high school, had some guys sitting there watching the play. You know, if you're deep,
come back.
Come back. Especially when the wind is blowing in your face.
Jacoby Spells catches that one, kind of pays for it.
Gain of 4. It's going to bring up 4th and 9 right here, Coach.
Well, looks like they're going to send Will Bettridge back out to try and kick. Looks like this is going to be right at a 40-yard field goal for Bettridge.
40-yard field goal into the wind. Pretty cold day. Ball is like kicking a rock.
Yeah, I bet you he's having a tough time keeping his leg warm.
Yep.
He's a very top-rated kicker in 21. That's kid Bettridge. Varsity player.
So we've been told he's a top-rated kicker for 2021, Coach.
2020.
2022. And there's the boot, and it's going to be a little short. But that ball's going to come back out to the 20.
Yep. So with 2:52, we're still scorers, Coach. About what you expected?
You know, it's hard. The defense is always ahead of the offense in all-star games. Just, you know, it's just like when you play an early season game. A lot of times defense is just ahead of the offense. That's just how it goes.
Yeah, and if you're lucky in that, and you can put together a couple of drives in one of those early season games, you know, you feel pretty fortunate because a lot of times you score on plays where you hit somebody down a seam and it's a one-play drive, or you get somebody, you know, you split a gap and it's a 50-yard run. You don't really have too many 8, 9, 10-play drives, and if you do, then you probably got something working for the long haul that year because you got something special up front.
There's no doubt about that.
So you got 1st and 10 at the 20 right here with 2:52, and they got 2 timeouts left. How you play this?
Oh, I'm gonna go ahead and see if I can't hit number 1 down the middle of the field right here.
No, I'm not going to throw it at 20. That's what I'm not going to do.
Snap right there, dished out to number 1. There he goes around the right
And
side,
there he
and there he
goes.
goes down the sideline.
And he is not going to be caught.
Nobody is going to catch Lamar Patterson.
Lamar Patterson for 80. And then an acrobatic athletic.
And he hits a gainer going to the end zone. It's not something you see every day.
If you did that in Georgia at a pool right now, you'd bounce back up when you hit the ice.
Lamar Patterson.
80
Man,
yards, Coach.
huge
Bubble
play.
screen.
I will say at least I called the right number.
You were right. You said 1. He went right down the right sideline after they threw the nice bubble screen, but it was great blocking on the edge out there.
Well, the jet that he took was close to being
Yes, it
just like
was.
that. You know, if Jaheim Hayes doesn't come up,
And make the tackle right there.
he's gone.
And right there, he got turned inside. They had a great block. They sealed him back inside, sealed the edge so he could get to the corner. You know, that's about the best way you can run that play. You know, We ran that play all year, and we didn't block it that well.
Nicely done. And just like that, with 2:32 left, it's 6-0.
Yep, and they got a chance to get the ball back with 2 timeouts left.
There's a snap, a hold, and there's a boot.
Wow. Crushed that.
And the kick
Yeah.
is good.
He needs to kick going.
With the
Go,
wind.
go kick with the wind. It sure does
He
help.
hammered that thing. That thing's still going. It landed down on the practice field.
7, black.
So now, Coach, with 2:32, you're going to get that, get a look at the kickoff return, team for the black squad. We saw the white team try to return one earlier today, and it resulted in a 2-yard loss and starting at your own 5. So it should be interesting to see how this all plays out.
Well, he's got the win this time. I would.
Well, the dynamics of McKeechee have changed a lot.
I might be looking for a
They have.
High school. So
For a
they
touchback.
need to upgrade that playlist.
Listen.
When I was in school, McKeechee would have worked with that playlist. I graduated in '99. It's 2018.
So, Coach,
Yeah, well, 19.
right now
That playlist
from
had
a
not
perspective, you're down 7-0 on looking at it from the black squad's perspective. What are you trying to get right here?
That's a 1999.
Trying to get the if you get a good kickoff return right here, you're going to start putting it up. You're going to try to run it. They've had some success with that trap. So
I tell you what, with 2:32, I might come trapping them. We saw buck sweep.
Yeah.
Anything where you can get the numbers to the point of attack, that's always a good thing. I'm waiting on somebody to run the trap with the quarterback.
Yeah.
Do you have an adapter on you?
Because you got man coverage, you got everybody spread out.
Talking to me.
You get a hat on a hat right there, and you got a football play.
Running for a while. Because you still got a 6-man box no matter what it is. Now, since they've decided they're going to start sending people, but the line drive kick right there, Coach.
Betridge on the kick right there.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. And there goes Artegas Allison Jr. on the return.
14.
Just caught it in the air. Looked like we were playing kickball out here.
And he ended up with a 26-yard return on that, Coach. So there you go. You got your good return.
Artegas, Allison.
And so right now,
You got good field position. It's 1st and 10 from your own 46.
1st and 10 at the 46.
So you got something.
it's going to be interesting to see how they attack this right here. But I'd like to see them do something with the jet.
Here comes that trips bunch look out to the left again.
Oh, it's way out here now.
Garnett and a gun.
Somebody's got to get on the line, though.
Juice
Got
off to his
middle of the
left.
field is wide open.
Throwing like a little tunnel screen
Yes,
back
it
to
is.
the inside. Oh,
Nice play right there, retracing the steps.
Complete to number 8.
Is that number 99 again? Or
number 95. Good job by Sean Young kind of tracking that down. That ball caught by Jacoby Spells. Little tunnel screen type action.
It's really nice, really nice job of retracing steps. But, they're going to keep playing this thing right here. Looking at it from this, white defensive perspective, anytime you put trips on the side, the middle of the field seems to be wide open.
Garnett.
Uh-oh.
It evades pressure right there.
Nice job.
Oh, gets it out to Allison. He just can't hang on.
This gate over here open?
That was a really nice job. I thought for a second he was going to try to take the shot on the wheel route down the field. And then he stepped out of the pressure, and then worked himself outside the pocket, had a first down, just got to hold on to the football right there.
I tell you what, man, this takes me back to when I was in charge of doing stuff, and the thing that I preached, throw the flat route.
Yeah,
Throw the flat route.
throw it until their nose bleeds.
Throw the flat route. Make them come up and make a play. Throw the flat route.
All right, now you got 4-2. You got doubles. You're going to get a single high safety right here. Looks like cover 1. Just get
There's a snap.
no blitz right there.
Garnett
drag
has
right
time.
Oh, he's
and
got
then
it.
it's caught right there. Spells around the right side.
And gets
He
out of
pulls
bounds.
through a tackle or two and wisely gets out of bounds. That's going to be 1st and 10 black team from about the 31.
It'll be 1st
Well, it wasn't bad coverage, but one of the things that happened was, when you're in man and you're chasing the crosser, you can't let him get inside. And if you're going to make a play on the ball, you got to get the ball. You can't run in front and not and not get it, because that leads to, that nice play right there. You got third down and about 5, and you give up 20 yards, and now you're sitting there looking at, being on the edge of the red zone with 1:29 to go in the first half.
Straight gun look for the black team this time. Slot out to the right-hand side, single receiver to the left. Looks like you're going to get some extra pressure right here, 5 men up front. And that's the problem when you bring heat. There goes Juice, who plows ahead for about 5 yards. Probably need to burn a timeout right here. 2nd and 5. Probably want to burn one.
They did.
And there it is.
Timeout black.
In the meantime, though, you let 6 seconds tick off the clock.
Gain of 6 yards right there. It's down to the 25-yard line. So now, you still got 2 timeouts. So a minute 10 is an eternity right here.
And you got a kid at quarterback right now who seems to have caught fire.
Yeah, he's playing with a lot of confidence, moving in and out of the pocket real well, throwing the ball. I think right now would be a good time to run the trips into the boundary up top. Get single coverage down here and run a slant and flip the back out into the flat, and see if you can catch a little natural pick off that slant to this running back running to the wide side of the field.
And just let that guy be an athlete and run with the ball.
Yep.
What's the name of the person I'm talking to?
So, right here with 1:10 left, both teams still got 2 in their pocket.
Yeah, this is to be for an all-star game. You haven't wasted timeouts. You haven't had to run people on and off the field in a emergency moment. It's been
bunch
really
of delay
well
penalties and things like that. Substitution. We saw the 1 substitution penalty.
Now the clock went to 23:02.
Doubles right there.
Going deep to the post.
Oh, come on now. Come on. There you go.
Throw it.
You got to. He held him when the ball was in the air.
He did.
That ball intended for Allison. That flag's going to be on number 7, Juju O'Beal.
Yeah, he held him.
It was a smart play.
Well, he was thinking he's inside of me, and I don't want to give up the touchdown. And I don't think he really understood that he had his safety sitting right there waiting to make a play on the ball.
Well, I tell you what, one of those things that we always tell our guys.
Yeah.
Is that if you're beat, tackle him.
Make him make another play.
Tackle him. We'll live to play another down. Tackle him. A first down is not a touchdown. Tackle him.
All right, so 1st down and 10 now at the 13-yard line, Coach. There's 57 seconds left.
Garnett in the gun, doubles.
Got the running back.
5-man rush. Garnett evades the rush. He's coming out to the left side.
Johnny Manziel.
And he just gets out of bounds wisely. Because time is precious right now. Looks like he's going to lose about 2 yards. No, you're right. It's 1.
They gave him the 14-yard line, so he's going to lose a yard right there, Coach. That was really nice pressure and pursuit.
Indeed. Who was that, number 40 that was bearing down on him right there? That's number 40. Marcellus Johnson was really giving chase right there. Garnett running for his life. Because that's the thing is when you're at quarterback, and I'm sure you can speak to this, that when you're running, when you stop to throw the ball, everybody else is still running.
Yeah, nobody else stops. Nobody else cares that you want to throw the ball. They want to hit you. You are the object that they are trying to destroy.
And that standing target, I imagine that hurts.
It does, especially when they pick you up and ram your face into the ground. I never had a good face anyway, so it didn't matter. Now, they got nobody in the box right here, Coach. If they run the football right here, it's a touchdown.
Garnett drops.
Throw it to him.
Dishes it out to Juice right there.
First down, though. The clock should stop.
He runs. That guy's a load. He's a big kid. That's Rayshon Dudley.
Timeout.
Timeout black.
And Black's going to burn their second time out. So with 38.6 seconds left in the half, you're going to have –
they're going to call it 3rd and 1 at the 3, Coach.
Okay, what do you do right here?
We're going to say run your best running play right here, but from this point in right here, you got 1 timeout left, you know, you got 3 points in your back pocket if you want it. Right now you get the first down. So if I'm going up there, I'm running, you know, something real quick up inside. If they go shotgun, look for RPO, something off the run fake, something quick on the inside slant. Or, you know, they were pretty successful, you know, early on, running a play fake and throwing the ball quick to the tight end in the flat with double slants coming from the outside. And, you know, right now they're in a two backs. They got too many people on the field, Coach.
Okay, look at the bubble on the right side.
They got way too many. They got 12 people on the field.
Yeah.
And so now 3rd and an inch turned into 3rd and 5.
That is
And
just
you called timeout to do that.
yeah, that's one of those things that's pretty upsetting. That's clipboard breaking material.
You would never do that, Coach.
Well, I get angry from time to time. Slot, a true gun look. Looks like you're going to get a 5, maybe 6, 7-man pressure.
There's the RPO.
Ball comes out. He doesn't get a block, though.
That was a really nice job of catching the ball and getting up the field, though.
Good job right there by number 11, Ron Beauchamp.
Last timeout right there, Coach.
But the DBs right there, Lamar Patterson and Juju Obil for the white team, both just flying up to make a play.
That'll be their final timeout.
That's going to bring us to 4th and 6, and this is decision time. I mean, do you go ahead and take the 3 right here, or do you?
I'm thinking that they're going to go for it, because if they weren't going to go for it, then they would have let the clock run down and then called timeout for 3 seconds and kicked the ball right there.
Now, how crucial right this second was that substitution penalty?
And they just gained a yard, Coach. That would have been a first down, even as bad as it was. Right
I mean,
there.
I give the trap to Rashawn Dudley right there on 3rd and an inch, and we probably score.
And I'm thinking that you're probably going to get to see something, right here with a little play fake and a little slant, switch combo up here to the field.
6 to the corner over here. There's a snap.
There it is. Switch combo.
Throws across the middle.
Touchdown.
Throw and catch right there.
Touchdown. Black.
Ball caught by number 32. That's Rakesh Olanda.
Ball received
I'm
by
sorry.
number 82.
Correction, 82.
8-yard touchdown pass right there, Coach. There's a little bit of switch. Came with a little switch look up here.
Touchdown.
I'll tell you what. Now,
Stokes, Armwood, Tampa, Florida. Armwood High, Tampa, Florida.
ball caught by number 82, kid out of Armwood, Florida. I tell you what, now that was guts, because I don't like throwing the ball across the middle. That makes me nervous.
Neither does the Georgia Force, Coach.
Especially when the ball is high. That makes me nervous.
Yep.
Tough extra point.
He ends up going 97 yards the other way if it doesn't. And he
Betridge thumps it, almost hits the cameraman.
hammers it through to tie this thing up.
It's good.
With 24 seconds.
Tied up. 7.
It's a tie ball game.
Now
With 24 seconds left in the half.
Seconds left in the second
Now, this is
quarter.
going to be interesting. Lamar Patterson's the kick returner for the white team.
And again, you are at the
They're
football
kicking
hotbed.
the ball into
National
the
Language
wind.
Showcase.
Well, I tell Betridge, I want you to lay the ball sideways on the tee and kick it as hard as you know how.
I tell him I want you to stand it straight up and kick it as high as you can and see what the wind does to it. See if it blows it back to us and we get it again.
I hadn't thought about that. If you sky kicked it with this wind right here, because you're looking yesterday, it was like 19, 20 miles an hour somewhere in that neighborhood. That's that, and gust stronger than that.
Yep.
So,
I'd kick it straight up in the air right here, and I know that kind of defeats what we're talking about in an all-star game. We're talking about, what would happen inside real football time right here, what we would be doing on Friday night. But if you're looking for a cheap way to get the football back with 24 seconds left, you don't have a timeout, so you get the ball back, maybe get a throw for a first down, a spike, and then try to kick another field goal. But you pooch this thing up and let this wind play with it and see what happens.
tell you what I'm not doing. I'm not kicking the ball to Patterson.
That's right. That's what I was saying. Because of the wind, if you try to kick this thing deep, there's a chance that you're going to look at the scoreboard flip again, because I just watched him run 80 yards on the bubble screen and nobody came close to him. Looks like we're fixing to get pooched, Coach.
But he's got it set up kind of tall, so it does look like he's going to try to pop it up. Bettridge has good control of his kicks.
Oh,
And it's a little dribbler. Fielded right there by number 13. There he goes. Number 13, Caleb Perry, fixing to make another big play on special teams.
Wow. 14-yard return. They're going to set him up at the 44-yard line.
46.
No, they're fixing to move that thing back, aren't they?
Well, look at you.
I thought I was right.
Man, you're on the money, Coach.
Every once in a while, at the 44. So, you got 17 seconds, and you've got 2 timeouts. Here we
Okay.
go. I'm throwing a bubble screen again right here.
I'm going to let you throw the bubble screen, and I'm going to play too high.
Yep.
We're going to go what we call fists. We're going to play man underneath with 2 high safeties. That's what I'm doing.
That's what they're. Now you get a chance to split the middle of the field with number 1 right here, Coach.
And there he is, and that's what's going to happen. He's going to run right down the poop chute.
Now we had to waste a timeout because we didn't have everybody on the field.
Oh, geez, Louise. One of the linemen didn't go out. I tell you what, yet again, another clipboard broken moment.
Yes. It's hard to blame that guy. He's been playing every snap.
And the Lions have done a really good job.
Yes, they have.
Not just with rush, but also protection. The protection's been good, and the communication's been good. One of the things that you don't think about
17 seconds left.
is the skill positions. Yes, the quarterback has to have familiarity. I can't speak. Has to be familiar with his receivers. There we go. I'll just go that route. But the 5 guys up front, that's one of those units that really has to gel for your team to be good. And sometimes that takes years.
I mean, if you get it that way, you don't want to move it around. And right now they're having to shovel guys in and out. So here you go. You're going to get too high look. Now you're going to throw it to the boundary over there.
Scott Keene at quarterback. Motions.
Oh, this is nice.
O'Beal catches. And he's going to be tackled right there. Nice play by Jacoby Spells.
Looks like they're going to take it to the
– He's going to take this one into half.
Yeah, that's it.
Well, at halftime, there's the buzzer. 7-7 has been a really good game.
Game tied up 7.
I tell you what, this football hotbed National Freshman Showcase has not disappointed. The best of 2022.
Yeah, it's been an enjoyable first half. Very nicely and rapidly played, I will say that. But it's been one of those things where, you've had one big play for the white squad, and then a big kickoff return and a clutch 4th down conversion led to the touchdown to tie it up. So we're at 7, and it's been pretty evenly matched, which is always fun.
All right. It's been a great game right here. Looking to go to halftime. Hey, Bo.
Hey, Adam, how you doing, sir?
I'm good, man.
All right, man. We surviving?
Oh, yeah, we're making it.
All right, I like that on that part. That's good. So we're going to bring in the person that's responsible for all this wonderful fun, and that's Mr. Brandon Adobe. And I'm going to let you do some interviewing with him. Okay.
Nice.
All right. We're going to pass that over, and we're going to hopefully get a little bit of screen on our backboard here. Have a little fun right there. Brandon, where you at, sir? Did he leave us? I love live football when we get that on that part. So what do you think of the first half so far?
Man, really well organized. One of the problems that you normally have is a lot of the administrative type stuff when you're coaching. Getting teams on and off the field. 11 guys on, 11 guys off, substitutions. Although you did have the one really costly substitution penalty down there in the end zone for the black team, but they were able to overcome that anyway and tie it up.
Well, good. Well, probably the most important thing is to let everybody know we're going to be here actually for 2 more games. We got the sophomore game coming up next, and then the rising seniors, the juniors, are going to be participating as well. So I'm going to hand it over to Brandon, let you kind of give a little Q&A with him, and we'll go from there.
Mr. O.W., correct?
Odoy, like old boy.
O'Doy. Okay, sorry, man. Sorry.
You got an easy name, Adam.
Yes, very easy. Tell me about Football Hotbed.
Well, Football Hotbed is an organization that's a multimedia platform, and Adam, what we try to do is give kids an opportunity to expound their college aspirant resumes to be able to play at the next level. We talk about college preparatory programs all the time. You talk about college prep programs for high schools, guys taking SAT courses, ACT courses, trying to prepare for the next level. Football Hotbed is a college preparatory college football program, getting you ready for that next level. Some of these kids, and you know, I say this delicately, some of these kids play at high schools where their coaches don't like them to play in extracurricular activities. They don't want them playing in all-star games. They want to monitor some of the camps they go to. Some of these kids, as even juniors, are playing JV. You know, these kids get a chance to come out here, get film provided by you guys at Score Sports. They sometimes play out of position. They can play at the position that they're hoping to play in college. And there's just so many other reasons why they come to be a part of this platform. And the cool thing about Football Hotbed is we are .com. We have our own website. We promote, you know, our own athletes. We have over 500,000 reach with Twitter, Facebook, and also YouTube. And then our website itself has a good following as well. So you talk about over 200 college football coaches from NAIA all the way up to Division I. We used to call it 1A back in the day. It's now FBS. Follow us on social media. Personally, I have over 3,300 Twitter followers and almost 100 coaches that follow me. We build these relationships, and we network those to get our kids the opportunities that they deserve. And I say deserve because I tell kids all the time, listen, there's two things I can't do. I can't work hard for you in the classroom, and I can't go out on the field and put in the work. And a lot of kids are finding out, especially with visits to West Georgia, Clemson, University of Georgia, and Georgia Tech, what it truly takes to be at that next level. And so it's a scenario where, you know, we're just continuing to develop this platform. I believe you were here in year one where we had the freshman game on the backfield, and now we've developed that to the National High School Showcases where we have a freshman game, we have a sophomore and a junior game. And these are all games that the people have said, you know, Football Hotbed, Brandon, please put this on. We like to fill niches. We like to come in, you know, where there's a need and we can add value. We never get into a scenario where we just do games to do them because we don't want to be in a scenario where we're just trying to make revenue. We want to return more value than we take. And that's what's going to sustain us, and that's why we've gotten to this point, and that's why we're continuing to do it. As you've seen, for your own personal, you're not invested with us 365, but the one every year you come, this event gets better.
There's no doubt about that.
It gets bigger. And that's only happening because we're keeping our eye on the bottom line, which is exposing the kids, giving them opportunities, and returning value on investment. I tell my parents all the time, I understand that it costs money to come to Atlanta, Georgia during MLK weekend. I understand sacrifices of taking off. I'm a parent myself. You know, I've got 2 kids with a third one coming. I understand all of that. And I make sure that your children understand that investment as well. That's why we don't let them quit. We don't let them pout. We don't let them complain. I tell the parents, look, you're on vacation. Your sons are here to work. And so it's been wonderful. We're having a great game, a 7-7 game. That's exactly what we do. We split these teams up as evenly as possible. And the purpose of that is so we can have equally divided teams on both sides to be able to have a game that produces the best result for all parties involved.
Okay, so if I'm a high school football player right now here in the state of Georgia, how can I get involved with Football Hotbed?
Well, the first thing you got to do is follow us on all your social media platforms and continue to log on our website. Down in the state of Florida, we're a little bit more prolific because we have a television show, a high school football weekly show on Fox Sports Florida. It's called the FootballHotBed.com Florida High School Football Report. I'll be filming that show for our recruiting edition and our state wrap-up edition later on today. But it's a scenario where just follow us. We're going to go to weekly we hope to advance in the 2019 season to covering Georgia football in a way that really continues to promote and push it. There's some media outlets here in the state of Georgia that do a great job during the year. We're building in Florida. You have to take it one at a time. I think within the next 2 years, you'll see us doing weekly reports and being out at games in the state of Georgia. I'm from the state of Georgia. Went to Riverwood High School in Sandy Springs. I'm originally from the city of Atlanta, but I grew up in College Park, not too far from Westlake High School, which is my home school where Cam Newton came out of. I actually met Cam when he was in high school, was told about him. He turned out to be exactly what Coach Dallas told me he would be. And, so I'm in Atlanta, and I'm true to this city, true to ATL. That's one of the phrases of our teams here, and I still root for all the teams here. And I want more Georgia kids. I want more Georgia kids to be a part of this. The thing is, I know these Georgia kids have so many other opportunities. There are a lot of games here, and I tip my hat to all of those folks doing games. But I want to challenge those folks doing games to step their game up. I want to challenge them to offer more. When we come in, we go to college visits each day that we're here. We do practice, and we, at the end result, provide a quality uniform and then give them that huddle film that they so desperately need in order to improve their resumes. If you're playing in these games and you don't have film as a result of it, that's not an investment that's worth getting into, because what you're doing is you're just playing, you're getting good work, but you don't have anything to show for it. I've never seen a coach in any of the things that I've been doing not ask, hey, man, show me or share with me the film.
Recruiting has become digital.
It's never happened. And let me show you how real it is, and it's not just talk. We had a kid last year, Wayne Dennis, from Armwood High School in Sophomore, Florida, Tampa, Florida area. He came into this game, no offers at all, none to speak of. He made a play, a one-handed play here. I don't know if you remember. The DB was, like, completely harassing him. He caught it with his left hand. That one play he put on his huddle, it enticed folks to begin to look more deeply into him. He just happened to be 6'4" and running 4.6 laser. And now he's headed off to my alma mater, Northwestern University, in the Big Ten. And they're the Big Ten West champs, by the way. I don't mind bragging about that. But he had absolutely nothing a year ago, and now he's heading to play Power 5 football, and that's what we're all about. We got P.J. O'Brien from South Florida, Deerfield High School, 2021 DB. He got a Georgia offer directly from the coach during our visit. And then we also got an offer from Elijah Roberts for Georgia Tech. Coach Larry Knight, the new D-line coach there under Jeff Collins, offered him in person. Elijah Roberts is from Columbus High School in Miami, Florida. That's a power school, a private school powerhouse in 8A. So we're excited about what we're doing. We know we have much more work to do, lots of improvement to make. But, with God's help and time, we'll continue to improve this platform.
Do you have any events coming up here in the Atlanta area this summer or this spring?
We're going to try to do one camp here. We do have a 7-on-7 team that's based here in Atlanta for varsity and 15U. So we encourage you to get in touch with us. You can call us at 888-879-3396, or you can email us at info@footballhotbed.com for more information about playing on our 7-on-7 platform. We like to take the guys that are sort of forgotten about. Maybe we're not interested in the big star kids. We want the kids that are hungry, that feel like they've been left behind, slept on, and we want to take those kids and put them on a 7-on-7 team, a travel 7-on-7 team, and get them out there and get them some exposure. One thing I did want to say, Adam, before this second half kicks off, we're watching a wonderful game. Lamar Patterson out of Kissimmee, Florida. He's a guy coming into this game. He's been highly touted. I'm excited about him. Caleb Perry's having a wonderful game. He plays some quarterback. He's playing a bunch of different positions today, so I'm excited about what he's doing. Jacoby Spells, you're going to see more from him in the black. I believe he wears number 6. And then Will Bettridge. Will Bettridge is a top 2022 kicker. He's having some troubles kicking on this left hand.
The wind.
But he needs that. This is great experience for him because he kicks in the warm weather all the time. So when he goes to SEC country, that'll be good for him. But I'm going to sign off, man, as we kick back off, and appreciate Score Sports and appreciate you.
Oh, thank you. We've enjoyed it, man. Thanks a lot.
It's a hotbed world.
Indeed it is. I wish the hotbed would change the weather. It's kind of frigid outside. Although, I'm up here in the confines of the McEachern High School press box, where I'm kind of nice and cozy.
Return 20, about 16 yards right there by number 8, Coach.
That ball caught and returned by Zion Reese. So
So you got first down and 10 at the 19 right here, starting the third quarter. Tie game. Looking for a lot of fun right here to watch this second half. And we've got 12 people on the field.
Yeah, I was just thinking you just had one too many come on. Burn a timeout if you got to.
Just don't throw the flag. Let them play.
Yeah, they're going to get him off.
All right, here we go.
There's a snap.
Crossbuck.
Yes, sir. Nice gain on first down, but there's a flag. I don't know if there's a face mask.
Call face mask. That was number 4 that ran that, Coach?
It was. That was number 4, Randy Swint.
Randy Swint picked up 6 right there, and then you're going to add another 15 right here.
That hurts.
Yes, it does. So you're going to end up with a first down, first down of the second half. Comes on a penalty.
It'll be 1st and 10.
And, now you got almost a little hurry-up action right here.
And they come up in that same slot to the right, true gun backfield.
Getting more of a cover 3 look right here than anything, maybe a robber look. Here comes from
and there's the give. He busted back out to
nice
the right
run.
side. Nice finish right there.
Number 4 again, Coach, running
Randy Swint, nice hard run.
Swint on the carry for 12 yards.
It'll be another first
He
down.
looked like he was going left and just kind of busted back out, saw the seam on the right side.
Well, he ran. They started to play left, and we would always like to think that you would see the blitz coming from that side and check out of that or run the ball the other way. But they probably haven't had enough time to think about that, talk about that, or even begin to breach that subject with their quarterback. And then he just cut back off the blitz. That's what that was. A great move by Mr. Swint there.
And here comes some of the heat.
It's the same thing. Now he's going to pull it.
And golly.
Fumbled.
Birchler fumbles the ball.
Oh, they call him down. They're calling him down.
They're saying he was down.
Ball was fumbled, but it's down.
All right. So we're going to have a loss of 2 right there.
That was Blake Birchler trying to pull the ball, and because they met him at the mesh point.
Well, Birchler had the right idea because that play was going to be hammered at the mesh point. So he did the right thing. The only problem was they just had so many people filling so many gaps that, and he's very lucky that ended up being a 3-yard loss and not 6 points on a scoop and score.
There's no doubt about that.
Coach, you having fun?
Man, I'm having a great time. I love watching football and just talking about it. Yeah.
I was sitting there looking at the clock at halftime, and I was thinking, man, you know what? Right now, I would be in U.S. government.
Yeah, you're right about that.
And now I'm out here talking about football.
There's a snap.
Screen.
And that ball intended
Woo.
for Jacoby Spells, and he's probably lucky he didn't catch it.
Wow.
Because Lamar Patterson was right there, and that was going to be one of those ooh.
Well, it was already one of those oohs. Lamar, he may have let up on him a little bit, but put it to you this way. He knew it. The receiver knows he was there because, right now, according to everything I see up here, it says it's 31 degrees outside. And then with that wind, and they're playing on that plastic grass down there, and it's going to be hard. Anytime you hit it, something's hurting. Not just hurting it. If you hit it in the wrong way, something's getting exposed and burnt.
Yeah.
Now here comes their offsides.
Yeah.
I mean, they're way offsides.
I don't know if they're going to call it or not.
White squad is offsides down here.
Here comes the pressure. They loop inside. And
Sacked.
Jacoby Birchler trying to get rid of the ball. But he's sacked by number 40, Marcellus Johnson. You saw the end go out and him loop inside. Just nice little blitz right there.
Yeah, there wasn't much Birchler could do on that. He lost 2 on it, but he basically protected the ball. A wise old coach once told me that any drive that ends with a kick is a successful drive, whether it be a field goal, an extra point, or a punt. So right now you're going to get the first punt of the second half. Once again, you're punting into the wind, so we'll see what kind of havoc this plays on the ball.
It seems to have picked up. There's a snap.
There we go.
Good job getting it to turn over. And they're going to get a roll. Yeah, that's one of those things. You got to catch that ball.
Yes, you do. 17.4 yards on average if you let it bounce. That one, ended up being about a 35-yard punt, you know.
Although today I would be weary of catching the ball.
Yeah, it'd be rough.
This might be one of those days where I go, you know what, man, just let it hit. Just let it hit. We'll start from wherever. Let it hit.
So we're going to start 1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
10 at the 17-yard line.
And now we'll see if we get that too high safety look from the black squad right here, and if we do, see if we come back to the. If we don't, if we get a single high safety look, see if we come back to the bubble screen from the jet. That's another play that was very successful in the first half for the white squad.
See what kind of adjustments get made right here at halftime. But with only the 10-minute half, there's only so many adjustments you can make. Trips out of the left-hand side.
Got single coverage over here, Coach. Single coverage with outside leverage.
King takes a snap, and
outside zone away from the trips is a great call.
That ball handed off to number 6, Deshaun Trowers.
Ball handed off to number
And I
6.
would say it's a great call, but the problem is right now is that they're playing their free safety over the number 3 receiver. So they're not bringing the other, outside bandit, whatever you want to call it, over to the other side. He's just standing on the outside, so you don't have enough people over there to block that. He basically ends up being your edge defender.
But the defensive line, they could have just about taken the handoff on that one.
Loss of 3 on the play. Bring up 2nd 13.
King in the gun.
Still got slant down here anytime you want it.
Trips to his left, 4-man pressure right there.
Same play.
He pops out, so does the ball.
And it's caught.
They're trying to figure out. I can't even see who's got it. That ball was bouncing around. Was that recovered by White?
Yeah, it was.
But that ball popped up in the air.
It was recovered by number 95.
You talk about a lucky play right there.
Yeah, ball was fumbled by number 6.
That's number 6, Deshaun Trowers, who lost the handle on it.
He had a nice run, too, Coach. He gained 3 or 4 or 5 yards right there, a nice little cut, and then got plastered, and the ball popped out.
Recovered by Sean Young right there.
Yeah, and Sean Young almost got a first down, so it ends up being 3rd and 1 right here. So
that's the heads-up play.
2nd and 13 ended up being, 3rd down about 1 or 2.
Trips to the right side. Keen in the gun. Here comes the pressure. He lets it fly. Caught by number 83.
Pass complete to number 83.
That's Elijah Robinson.
Gain of 7.
Pickup of 7. Going to bring up first down.
That'll bring up first down.
That was really nice, Coach. They lined up in the trips right there. You got double slants from the outside receiver. Hit Robinson on the little speed out. Picked up 7 to 8 yards and a first down.
Nice first down play.
So it's 1st and 10 right here.
Doubles look. Looks like they're just going to get a 4-man pressure this time.
You still got cover 0. I'd watch number 4 down here in the slot and see if he's coming or if they're doubling. Double slants.
Golly. I tell you what, Jaheim Hayes is thinking about the end zone right now.
Yes, he is.
He just about had that one. Like he would have gone uncontested.
So you look at this. You got crossing routes right here if you want them. You get what I'm saying, Coach?
Well, if you're playing man, absolutely.
You got crossing routes, but they're really the middle of the field is just right now. They've kind of changed what they're doing right here. They got a straight single high safety. They're pressing in the slot. That dude may be offside.
And give on the zone around the left side.
And that is going nowhere.
Zena Mulba on the carry right there, met immediately by Drake Hatcher.
Drake Hatcher is in the backfield. That's a loss of 5 right there on the carry.
I saw him when we were down on the field, and he's a good-looking young pup now.
Yes, sir.
He's a big kid.
Strong kid, especially for somebody that's supposed to be 14, 15 years old.
You always look out there and you're like, well, these guys are really not that big. No, for freshmen, they are big kids.
Yep. All right, here you go. Trips over here into the boundary. You're going to get man coverage. You're going to get blitz off the field side right here. A good play for a screen.
Keene drops.
There's your crossing
And
route.
the crossing route right there to number 83,
And, Coach, your play,
Elijah Robertson.
our good friend Mr. Patterson is running down the middle of the field wide open. Now, I don't know if he'd had time to get him the ball, but he beat his coverage man to the inside immediately.
I tell you what, if you took this group right here, if I had this white group, I would have married the stick concept with the shallow concept and saw how many different ways I could get Mr. Patterson the ball.
There it is.
And
interesting right here. Oh, nice
there's
punt
a Betridge
right here.
punt. Nice punt fielded by number 14.
Uh-oh.
That's Artigas Allison.
Nice return by Allison. Nice tackle by number 13.
That's going to be Caleb Perry.
Mr. Perry is he is a special teams warrior. All right, he has been the special teams player of the day. No doubt about that. But a 10-yard return right there sets up 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line for the Black Squad in a 7-7 game with 1:46 left here in the third quarter. What would you like to see him do right here, Coach?
Tell you what, I'd run the ball.
It's been kind of one of those things that's been forgotten in this half. All right, every time the White Squad ran the ball that time, it almost ended in disaster. But you're fixing to get pressure off of edge right there at the top. Screen.
Quick throw out to the right side. That ball high right there from Birchler to Allison, just over his head. Allison doesn't look to be a really tall kid, more of a slot type guy, but definitely got some juice to him. You got to bring that ball down. I've watched Birchler and I've seen some balls kind of sail on him.
Yeah, it looked like he were trying to set up that inside screen, and all of a sudden, the next thing you knew, it just come out a little bit. Elbow drops a little bit. The ball comes out a little high. So you got 2nd down and 10 right here.
Doubles look for the black team. They react in motion, look like they're in man. Birchler tries to take it himself, calls his own number up the middle. Going to be good for about 2.
So looked like they were going to run jet right there, and Birchler kind of, with the sneaky fake, little quarterback inside run, gains 1.
Well, I tell you what, if you can get the defense to widen with the jet motion, that inside QB run can be huge.
Yes, especially because if you threaten them, but I'm not so sure that there's been enough threat to the outside yet for that thing to work.
Well, unfortunately, it was a pickup of 1, not 2, and so now you're looking at 3rd and 9.
Yeah, you're going to have to, but, you might be getting to the point now as you tick under a minute right here in the third quarter where you might be considering going for this if you get anything substantial right here. I don't think you go for it on 4th and 9 from your own 49, but if you get it down to, 4th and 3 right here, you might be going for it.
Birchler, pocket breaks down quickly. Ball intended for number 1, Dudley.
And that man again, number 99 right there for the White Squad. He is just in there.
Maurice Brown is breathing down his neck instantly.
I mean, this has been one of those things. We've seen, one big play from the White Squad and one nice, under 2-minute drive from the Black Squad to end the first half when they scored. When the White Squad scored, the Black Squad answered. But since then, man, the defenses have really dominated, and it's been pressure.
Yeah, that pocket collapsed in a hurry.
I mean, it's one of those things where it happens so fast that you see what they're trying to do, and they probably have a chance for it to be very successful. But you got to have a little time to throw it.
Betridge out to punt again. There's a good snap. Fields the ball and gets a little bit of a roll.
It's going to be picked up at the 25, Coach.
Picked up by Gerandy Swint right there. So that's going to be 1st and 10 at what looks to be the 25 for the white team coming out.
It'll be 1st and 10 at the 25 for
I
white.
can tell you right now that it's got to be hard to kick that football. I mean, it's got to be hard to kick that football. I bet you that hurts right now.
So with 42 seconds left in the third, we're changing over right here. Still a 7-7 ball game. I tell you what, this has been going really fast.
Yes, it has. They got their cell phone schedule right now, and it seems like everybody's cooperating with it.
And I will say, I don't say this a whole lot, but my hat is off to the guys in stripes just letting them play.
There you go.
Understanding that there's some things you should just kind of let go.
Yeah, like you don't have to call a delay of game in an all-star game.
Right.
I can tell you right now that, any kind of inside out right here,
false
That's a false
start
start.
right there. That's one of those you got to call. Dylan Rodden at quarterback had some of that Noel Mazzoni stuff happening right there with the crisscross and motion man in the back. He was the first guy I saw really start using that stuff. It's good stuff. I like Coach Mazzoni.
He's had a lot of success with that.
Yeah, he has.
No, that was kind of the way they got started on the jet and the bubble. That was how that kind of worked out a while ago at the end of the second quarter.
Yeah, it's that same sort of action. It's a great spread look. I mean, I like it.
Somebody's got to be on the ball up there.
Yeah, there he goes. He moved. Motion from left to right. Oh, bad snap. Picked up.
That was a nice play of picking it up and keeping it from being something disastrous.
I'll tell you what, number 11, Ron Beauchamp came through there like he was shot out of a cannon.
Yes, he did. And that right there was a sack for a loss of about 7 yards right there.
And the thing is if Beauchamp doesn't get him, number 40, Drake Hatcher was going to.
Hatcher was going to get him. He didn't have a chance. There wasn't anybody.
And I tell you, just looking at the two kids, I'd rather let Beauchamp get me because Hatcher, that's going to hurt worse, I think.
Yes, I think so. I think that's a very fair, assessment right there. So the third quarter's over right here, Coach. We scoreless third quarter just like we had in the first quarter. So let's see if this, fourth quarter works just like the second. You're going to end up with second down right here in about 22.
I tell you what, I think we're fixing to see some fireworks. That same kind of I don't know if you watched any of the games yesterday, but the fourth quarter of the Patriots
amazing game.
Patriots-Chiefs game, what was it, like 38 points in the fourth quarter?
I think the Patriots gave up 24 points in the fourth quarter by themselves. Wasn't it like something like that?
I mean, it was ridiculous. I mean, there was a bunch of scoring going on in what had been a pretty close ball game. And at the start of the fourth quarter, the Patriots were up by 10.
Yeah, they were. And, it was and the thing about that was that, I think the Chiefs scored on the first play of the fourth quarter or something like that.
Yeah, with like 14:51 left, I think is what it was.
But then after that, it was just, one play after the next play after the next play, and Belichick throwing a, Surface Pro into the bleachers when they had a obvious pick.
Coaching fits are always classic.
Oh, yeah, they are. But, both of those games had scoring late in them. So, I mean, they were fun. It was a really fun day. I'm going to say this, just personally, because it was my mom's birthday, I'm glad that, the Atlanta Falcons were not involved in either one of those games. Because if what happened to the Saints or that happened to the Falcons, that would have been a horrible birthday party because we would have ruined the house.
Yeah, that was tough where he just gets cleaned up. And they're just like, yeah, no call.
Yeah,
and all I would have been able to think about is do your job.
You have one job. Do it right. All right.
Speaking of jobs, look, here comes pressure right here off the edge, I think. There's a snap, little quarterback sweep action. And there goes Patterson.
For about 4. So Patterson picks up 4 right there, Coach. I like the play call. You're at 2nd and 22, and you're going to snap the ball to the guy that's had the most explosive play on your offense today and let him run it. And he had a hole, and he got up inside, but now you're going to end up right here about 3rd and 18. So, it is what it is. You do what you can right here.
Well, that's the thing is, and the black team did a great job. Everybody gets blocked. Good players don't stay blocked.
That's right. Yeah, I mean,
and he got upfield, they shedded blocks and made a play.
So we'll see what they attack with right here. I still think that your play is, perhaps maybe one series away, on a time where it's not 2nd and 22. I think this is going to be a quarterback stretch to the field right here to the left.
Yeah, I think maybe they're going to throw it with him this time. There's a snap. Nope, that's straight run.
Oh,
He
man.
spins back to the middle and just happens to run into somebody.
Yeah, if that guy don't get a hold of his jersey right there, it might have been interesting to see what that play turned into.
Patterson on the carry. I'm pretty sure that's Hatcher that brought him down.
Patterson scored 4 more yards for Patterson right there.
That's a great job by Hatcher right there, kind of moving down the line of scrimmage.
I'm starting to hear Hatcher's name a lot, Coach.
You know, that's one of those things is the defensive lineman, you know, when you get there, you get your hands on people and just kind of pursue to the football and just work your way down the line of scrimmage. You can make a lot of big plays.
Yep. So now you're going to punt into the wind. This should set up perfect field position for the black team right here.
Betridge gets it out.
Oh,
Good turnover. That ball dropped by Allison, picked up by Spells. Spells cuts back to the middle. He's got some room. Blow the whistle, blow the whistle. Oh.
Spells with about a 14-yard return right there is going to set up first down at the 36-yard line.
Spells unfortunately had Noah Nelson land on him.
Yes, he did.
Noah Nelson is kind of a big cat.
And it's cold. And then the brick ground out there, that probably didn't feel real great.
Yeah, Noah is a big guy.
Yes, he is. And it's 8:04, Coach, and you're going to start at your own at the 36. Now, here's the thing. This is a little different than the situation in the first half. You got great field position. You got the one of the top, rated 2022 kickers, and this time the wind's not in his face. This time the wind's at his back. And he kicked the last ball, the last extra point on this end of the field, he kicked all the way down to the practice field. So, I don't think he'd have a problem making it from, 40, 45 yards.
Yeah, I wouldn't think so.
So you've got to get right here about 10 yards to have a legitimate shot at it.
Slot left gun for the black team. Looks like Garnett's back in at quarterback.
And here they come.
So what about the place?
And there's the give right there on the zone. That's Jerandy Swint on the carry.
Swint on the carry picks up 9 on first down.
Someone you trust.
So Swint with 9 going to bring up second down and 1.
Nice play by Jeremy West to go ahead and make the tackle. Otherwise, Mr. Swint might have been off to the races.
Yeah, I thought that was going to be, they're starting to do a really good job of running this thing and running away from the blitz. And right now, you've got one linebacker sitting in the box right here, and you should run the football.
You got a lot of people out on the edge.
There it is.
And there goes Juice.
Juice is
And
still.
he stays up. Nice job. Good balance, buddy. And
Whoa.
he's still fighting. I tell you what, there's a guy who will not be denied.
So Mr. Dudley on the carry right there for close to 10 yards and a first down, setting up first down in the red zone at the 18-yard line for the black squad as the clock ticks under 7 minutes to go.
Everybody on the white team had a shot at him, but he just kept churning.
I'll tell you what, and that's the thing about him as a running back. He's built very, very low to the ground. The white team's bringing pressure from the slot side. You see it, Coach. It's more like a 5-man front. Now they're rotating the safeties in the box. Now you got a single high look. Now you hit them the other way.
But what you give up is you're giving up the zone.
That's a touchdown
and
right there.
There he goes. Jerandy Swint. I mean, that's too easy.
Jerandy Swint on the 18-yard touchdown. All right, just basically ran a lead zone play right there, Coach. Lead zone, nice job of blocking. Nice job, making a read in the cutback. And you got a 13-7 lead right here with 6:47 to go.
And I'm just here to tell you, as a coach, I'm running the ball.
Yeah.
I'm going to run the ball. And then you got the threat of Garnett back there to throw it, who has done a good job throwing the ball on time in this game. And as an offensive line, backs who run hard, I'm going to block my tail off.
Yep.
Because
exactly
if that guy's going to run hard, I'm going to block hard.
So here we go for lineup for the point after.
There's a snap. Betridge thumps it.
And there's a van.
Tattoo somebody's mama's van.
That guy was like, I've moved this car at the exact wrong time right now.
Yeah, I needed a new windshield anyway.
Here it is. So with 6:47 to go here in the fourth quarter, all right, of the Football Hotbed National Freshman Showcase. All right, you've got the black squad 14. You got the white squad 7, and we're going to start. We're back to the first part of the game, Coach. We're at the very first play of the game right here, kicking off with the wind into the secondary. All right, or into this open end of the stadium down here, but you're kicking off to Lamar Patterson.
Yeah, that's not a good thing.
So,
Again, I'm going to tell Betridge to do something other than kick it to him. Although I will tell you, sometimes the kickers don't always have perfect control of the ball. Because, all it takes is a misplant or a slip or anything like that, and then it's anybody's guess where the ball's going.
You wouldn't be speaking from experience, would you, Coach?
I would be speaking from experience where I've said, do not kick that kid the ball. Whatever you do. And then the guy catches it, and I'm like, well, look at that. And then there he goes down the sideline. And there's a Betridge kick. It's a bouncing kick right there, fielded by number 40 at about the 35-yard line. That's Marcellus Johnson on the return.
Johnson for the 8-yard return, and they had the same thought you did. We're not kicking the ball to number 1.
I would rather give it to you right there than kick it deep sometimes.
I mean, that's what they did. That was the path that they chose. All right, so it's going to be 1st and 10 for the white squad.
Because if you've ever had that game where you kick the ball deep and the defensive coordinator walks up to you and goes, "Give me a chance."
Yes,
Don't let him run it back. Give me a chance.
Don't do that again. We gave up 3 points on defense. And
we're missing a tackle. There he is.
He's here. Here it comes. I've been waiting on this to go trips to the field. They're getting outside leverage with this corner down here, and there's nobody in the middle of the field.
Looks like they're going to go true zero right there.
Pick.
Oh, nice job right there.
The
Good play. I tell you what, ball gets kicked out right there to number 83, Elijah Robinson. And it looks like they're really going to have something, but Ron Beauchamp just fights through and makes the play.
Wow, they marked him for a 2-yard loss when he caught the ball way up in front of all this.
Well, I guess they're not giving forward progress today.
No, they gave backwards progress.
Backwards progress.
That was a completion. Should have been a completion for 2 yards and ended up being a completion for negative yardage, for -1 yards. All right.
So that's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
All right. So 2nd and 11 now from the 43-yard line. And so
there's a snap. Quick throw out to the left. Oh, that was a risky throw. Because he was bracketed right there. That ball intended for O'Beal.
Yeah, and they got, the play before that was the time to run that. Because
and again, stop throwing the ball at Jaheim Hayes. Stop it. Stop it.
You seem to think Mr. Hayes is having a good game or something, Coach?
I mean, I'm not trying to say Jacoby Spells is not a good ball player, but Jaheim Hayes has been making big play after big play on defense. I'm going to go somewhere else.
Yeah, I'm interested to see. It would be interesting to me to see if they, kind of run something right here where they try to get, Patterson to the outside right here or on the crossing route.
Rolls to the right.
Oh, nice play right there. That's our dude, Coach.
Knocked down by Juice right there. Dylan Rod trying to get that ball out, rolled to his right, and just had to put a little bit of air up under it.
I mean, right now, you're looking at, the black squad's got all the momentum right now, and they're playing. I mean, literally, this is they're playing as fast as they can play, and that's one of the things you don't hardly ever see in an all-star game because people are thinking these guys are just getting after it. They're on the run at 100 miles an hour going where the ball is.
Here comes Betridge out to punt.
Punting with 5:43 to go, Coach. They do have 3 timeouts left, though.
Allison and Spells deep for the black team. It's up. Black team waves it off.
Be at the 30-yard line again for the black squad.
Down by Caleb Perry. That's going to bring up 1st and 10 right here. I tell you what, Coach. You're fixing to get a steady diet of trap and zone.
I'm running the same play I just scored on and just had they went 9, 10, and 18 last time. They ran the ball 3 times. We were talking about them getting 10 yards, getting in the field goal range. They ran the ball 3 times, covered 36 yards, and scored a touchdown. You're going to get the same thing right here. You're going to get slot. You're going to get a 3 wide receiver set. You're going to get 2 backs in the backfield. You're going to get a counter look or a lead zone look or an ISO look. We don't have enough people on the field. I know that much. We don't have another wide receiver out here.
There he is.
And there's
Allison a little late to the game here.
He's telling them, hold on, let me get out here. Let me get set. We know we're handing the ball off. Let me get set.
There it is. And
that was fixing to be a big play. It's offsides.
He called substitution infraction, did he?
Maybe he did. Timeout. They gave the white squad a timeout.
Okay. A wise move right there. You know, you don't want to give up the 5-yard penalty. You know, you got 5:29, so time is really not that big a concern right this second. You're only down one possession.
The bad part about it is you're down, you know, you are down a possession, but you had those 3 timeouts in your back pocket. Now you've had to waste one. You know, and just like it's a little thing, but it's something that would drive you and I crazy if it happened.
It would make me crazy. I do agree with the decision here rather than take the 5-yard penalty because you need to stuff them right here.
Yeah.
You need a 3-and-out. You need a 3-and-out so you can be methodical on your way down.
You need a turnover is what you really want.
Well, yeah, anytime you'll give me the ball, I'll take it. That's a rule.
But I'm gonna run the football, and you know what's happening right here, and this is how you're gonna get a 3-3 stack look right here. Okay, now they've gone back to the 4-2-5.
And here comes the heat, and there goes Dudley around the
There
left
goes
side.
Juice.
Man, oh, big fella, rumbling, bumbling, stumbling. Yes, sir. I'm giving that guy the ball over and over and over again.
27-yard gain right there for Mr. Dudley.
You know, we met him. We met him before the game,
Yeah, he's got.
and he walks up. He goes, "Hey, my name's Rayshawn Dudley, but could you guys call me Juice? Because that's kind of my nickname." And my thought was, I bet you that kid's a character.
Yes, sir.
But I said, I bet you he's also a baller.
He is, because I mean, he just had a 10-yard carry last time where he ran over the entire white squad, and now he just busted off 27 yards right there, and in a place where everybody knows you're going to run the ball. They know it's coming.
Steady dive run, 1st and 10 right here.
It's coming right down here.
Quarterback pulls it. Looks like they got some option look.
That's what it was supposed to be.
Yeah, he didn't look like he wanted to option that, though.
No, he didn't want to.
That was Tyler Jones. He had that ball tucked when he came around the edge.
Tyler Jones lost 3 right there, Coach. He probably should have had another option.
Well, you know, I probably would have been going, don't pitch it, don't pitch it, don't pitch it.
Now, that is true now. He did lose 3 yards, but you are up 7 points. So the worst thing that could have happened was him to pitch it on the ground. So if he lost 3, that's not the worst thing that could have happened.
There's no doubt about that.
It'll be interesting to see right here if Jerandy Swint gets this carry.
Looks like they're going to send 5 guys right here.
Swint does get the
He
ball.
does, and he comes down. He gets outside to the left. He gets the corner, fights for some room right there. He's going to pick up about 3 or 4 on what would have been a loss.
That might have been one of the best 4-yard runs you'll ever see. So Swint for 4 is going to bring up 3rd and 9 after 2nd and 13.
It's one of those Barry Sanders things where he would run around for half an hour and gain a yard and a half.
Now, I know you wouldn't want me to run this play, especially not with 3:50 and the clock running. But if you lined up right here and you threw a screen to the running back right here, because the blitz is coming. It is coming. There is no doubt about it. It's coming.
Well,
it is coming, but I think they're fixing to hand the ball off to Juice right here coming to the right.
slot out there, that straight gun look. Here comes the heat.
Nope, they're throwing it deep.
Jones lets it fly.
He got it.
Has a man on his knees right there. I think that's Spells that caught the ball.
Yeah, 22-yard gain on 3rd down and 9 for 1st down.
No, that was Allison. Allison on the catch.
That worked the same as a fade stop right there, Coach.
He was on his knees right there and just brought it in.
Yep. So now you're going to look right here. You're going to end up with, it's 3:22. You're down 7. You got 2 timeouts. The clock is running, so you're going to start wasting timeouts, or not wasting, but you're going to start burning timeouts right here. At this point in time after this play, you're going to try to use the timeout right here. Maybe not use it on 2nd down. Maybe let it run on 2nd down, then use it again after 3rd down, and then hope that you can get them to miss a field goal, or get them to run a 4th down play, and you get the ball back.
Jones in the gun. 5-man rush.
Touchdown.
He gets outside the rush, though.
Wow, nice run right there.
I tell you what.
10-yard run by Jones right there.
They brought the defensive line in and brought number 40, Marcellus Johnson, to the outside, and he lost contain right there. That's one of those things, Jones is elusive.
Well,
He just got outside the rush.
I'm sure they were thinking the same thing I was. When he dropped back, I was like, hey, I'm just sitting here with my teeth in my mouth going, what are you doing? But, he made a really wise decision right there. He could have thrown that ball into the end zone and had a chance to score, but it would have taken a really nice catch on a tough day with the wind blowing. And he just decided, I'm going to keep on this thing. I'm going to run. I'm going to cut back. I'm going to stay inbounds, and I'm going to get down after he gained the first down. So now, you're going to run the football. When the next play is run, there's going to be under 2 minutes to go in the game.
Green means go, buddy. There's a snap. Quarterback looks left. Had the screen out there. Is going to be sacked by Caleb Perry.
Caleb Perry is he has had a great game.
He's been all over the place.
He has.
Wait a minute. Somebody pointed one way. Which one was it?
Should be timeout White right here.
Timeout White.
Minute 49 left to go, Coach.
49 left in the fourth quarter.
Sack right there for a loss of about
Team 7, Black.
7 yards. So you're
Don't forget you're at the National Freshman Showcase.
second and 15, second and goal from the 15. Let's put it that way.
On this MLK
And
McKeitron High School.
I'm curious if they're throwing the ball because they're not trying to run the clock out. If they're throwing it, try to involve everybody so everybody gets a little film right here.
Well, obviously in a regular game, we're going to run the ball twice and then kick a field goal.
Yep.
And then probably kick it in the end zone and make you go 80.
Yeah.
And it's shallow. And I was just thinking, when they come back out, as shallow as the kick return team has been lining up, if you thumped one, even if Patterson picks it up, if he has to turn around to go back to get it.
Yeah, then you're not in any danger. But it's not going to matter if you have to kick off because the game's going to be over anyway. So you can kick it off because it'll be a 2-score game with under a minute left.
Well, this is true. Jones takes a snap, looks left, comes back right. That ball's going to fall incomplete. You had Artegas Allison running down the back line right there.
They ran switch route again. Go switch. And he threw that ball in the right spot. There was no way that anybody was going to catch that but his wide receiver. So, that was a really nice decision. He didn't put the ball in any harm, or any jeopardy. He gave himself a chance, and he's sitting there thinking I got 3 points in my back pocket, and the game is over. So, I'm thinking they're throwing the ball right here so they can highlight a receiver or something like that, give this young quarterback a chance to wing it.
Well, I still don't like stopping the clock.
No, I understand, Coach.
If you've done this, you and I are having a conversation right now.
That's why I don't do that. You're much bigger than me. I'd be afraid you'd throw me in a tuba.
Well, I know that you're smarter than I am, but stuff like that makes me nervous.
Interesting. Empty right here with a bowl screen look right here. Or quarterback draw.
Jones, quarterback draw right up the gut.
He's going to be down to about the 5 right here. Timeout. Last timeout for the white team, so it should be 4th down and goal from the 5.
This is one of those where you wish you could go get this this field goal.
You want to go rush this. So,
Although a couple weeks ago we did an all-star game where I saw a kick get blocked because a kid on defense jumped.
Yes, he did.
And he blocked the kick.
Coach, what we got coming next this afternoon?
Next this afternoon, we're going to be here, of course, at the hot football hotbed, the National Sophomore Showcase here at McKeitron High School, the best of 2021. And we've been watching the teams kind of flow in, and pretty good-sized groups. It's always great to see these kids from all over come here to play ball. And our weather's usually much better than this.
Yeah, we're not normally in this
deep freeze.
Arctic flow that we have right here.
There's a snap, the hold. Bettridge thumps it and kicks it into the parking lot.
And the kick is good.
And it's up and good, and just like that, it's a 2-possession game for the black team.
Hey, Coach Collins. How you doing today, sir?
Hey, buddy.
I sneak up you. I'm like a ninja.
You are like a ninja.
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, there will be a 5-minute break between the two games, meaning that the clock will have 5 minutes on the clock. We will stay live within this feed, so we're not going to be breaking the feed and coming back. Getting ready for the sophomore showcase, class of 2021. Should be a lot of excitement here. I'm looking forward to that. Kickoff will occur once the game ends in 5 minutes. On that, they've already had a chance to warm up on the opposing field, so they're ready to go. So, Coach Collins, have fun, breathe, get your fluids. It's going to be 2 more games in the book here.
Yes, sir, Bob. Veterans coming out to kick. I tell you what.
I want him to kick it deep right here. I want to see if
You got O'Beal and, well, you know, and if you're trying to showcase everybody, do you go ahead and go, yeah, kick it deep, man?
I would tell him to kick it deep. I mean,
But, you know, this is still there's still a possibility. And nope, they squib it again. But it's still going to be, it bounces past Patterson.
and this is the worst thing that could ever happen because now
He
everybody
picks it up on about the 5.
everybody's out of their lanes. But that's a great play right there.
By number 82. Nice play.
Stop by number 82, Black.
That was a nice job. You know, he's got a touchdown today too.
But I tell you what, man, I really thought, you know, kick it over his head.
Yeah,
And you get basically the same result where he has to turn around and go get the football. The big thing, in my opinion, with a kid like Patterson, by making him turn around, he loses sight of where everybody is.
yeah, that's the truth.
Because kids like that, you can see them setting it up when they're looking at everything. They're setting up their blocks. And when he has to take his eyes off of it, he can't see anything. Caleb Perry right there loses the handle on that one at quarterback.
Number 40, our guy number 40 is in there.
That's Drake Hatcher in there on the play. That guy has a motor. He's been playing offensive tackle the whole time as well.
No, it's one of those things where you see what, you know, they told them they were going to let them play where they wanted to play, where they thought they could, you know. That,
You know, and I know some people probably go, well, you need more kids in this, you know, on your all-star team. Why? Let them keep the numbers reasonable so everybody can go play. There's a snap.
wow.
Quick throw. Oh, picked right there, and he's going to get in.
Black.
I think they missed a clip right there on number 99,
Touchdown.
but that ball brought in by Zion Reese.
Yes, it was.
Touchdown
And-
by Zion Reese.
But Juice right there with a KO block.
Yes, it was. Zion Reese intercepts that ball and returns it 17 yards for a touchdown, aided by we'll call it a legal block.
Yes.
All right, it was a legal block.
Old school block. How about
Yes,
that?
okay. He did not get into the chest, but he didn't get into the back.
And so with 32.6 seconds left, black team 23, white team 7, doesn't really reflect how close this game was.
No, Coach, not anywhere close. I mean, this has been a fun game to watch.
Right. You know, a lot of times, you know, we'll see things where things just kind of end up getting mismatched for whatever reason.
Yeah.
You know, they give up a lot of big plays. But I will say I've been very impressed with the black team, able to put together drives.
Yes, and have having a for real running game and things like that.
Well, you know, for one thing, the backs.
I don't mean to laugh, Coach, but they weren't ready for the snap, and the deep snapper hit the guy the holder right in his shoulder as he was looking around.
Blake Birch was like, hey, man.
I didn't call for that snap.
You just clocked me in the head with that ball. Let's not do that again.
And they're going to call that a
Snap infraction.
they backed it up. No,
They're saying it's no good.
no good.
And the kick is no good. They didn't even kick it.
Okay. Veteran's like, I didn't kick the ball.
With 32 seconds left.
And veterans like, I didn't kick the ball, and then somebody said I missed the kick, so now they're calling me out here, and I didn't even get a chance to kick.
Don't forget you're at the National Freshman Showcase.
You know,
The best of class of 20.
I almost wish we could watch more all-star games where the kicking game was completely live.
Yes.
Every
However, I do understand this because, oftentimes scrimmage games are set up in a similar fashion, where kickoff's not live or, extra points are not live, so.
Well, we just saw one where the biggest plays in the game were 2 kickoff returns.
Sure did.
First kickoff of the game was 88 yards for a touchdown, and
they kicked it back to the same kid.
Team went down and kicked a field goal and got the game back to 7-3, and looked like they had all the momentum, and then kicked it again. Dude went 82 yards for a touchdown, and for the longest time, that was the only scores.
So I'll be doggone if I wouldn't be like, do not kick him the ball.
Hey, I can already hear that conversation taking place on the sideline.
And there's Betridge to kick, and it's going to be a hop and kick right there, fielded by number 40.
Whoa.
Marcellus Johnson, and he's fighting for everything he's worth.
Marcellus with a 20-yard return straight up the middle, trying to take the idea of I'm going to run straight ahead and go to the end zone.
Doing his best Larry Zonka impersonation. I know that dates me, doesn't it?
No, not really, Coach.
Although, once upon a time when kids wore 39, that was why.
Yeah.
Now there wasn't any other numbers.
Yeah, 39. Who would wear 39? But, Coach, right here you got 25.2, chance to put something else on the board if we can get the ball spotted.
The Harlem Globetrotters out there can get the ball spotted, like you said.
I'm not trying to be mean about that, but let's get it down. Let's get it spotted.
Yeah.
So, we're going to look at this, see if they're going empty. We got everybody out there. Now we're drafting people on the offensive lines. But you're going to have an empty backfield right here. You're going to have, probably cover 3, some sort of cover 3 right here. I know they're bailing already.
Dylan Rod takes snap, drops, gets pressure.
There's cover 3.
And it's picked.
Off.
That's Beauchamp right there.
Uh-oh.
And there he goes. He's got a chance down the left side.
Wow.
Big return right there. And
by number 11.
Beauchamp intercepted and returned 47 yards right there by Mr. Beauchamp.
And certainly what will happen is they'll just come out here, kneel this one down, and put this one in the books.
You would think that, Coach. You would hope that, Coach.
Well, it is an all-star game.
But, I mean, and that's like we've said, this has been a well-played all-star game.
Anytime you can have without a lot of silly penalties,
yes.
The substitutions, delays, and all that stuff. And that's something you love to see the kids out there, congratulating each other, talking, and positive talking. And they are going to get in victory. And Garnett's just going to take the snap and kneel it down.
That's a good thing, too. Still funny we haven't figured out how to, people hadn't figured out how to get there on the line of scrimmage. They think, the game's over, we're just going to line up out here.
Yeah. We have to be in a legal formation.
And that's the game.
So that's it, Coach. The final score,
7,
Black 23 and White 7. And we get ready for the
Congratulations
sophomore
to the
national showcase in 5 minutes.
Of 2022.
All right, folks. Well, at the end of that right there, we'll be right back with the Football Hotbed National Sophomore Showcase, the best of 2021. We'll be right back.
Get ready, coming up next.
Welcome back here to beautiful McEachern High School, where we're getting ready to flip the coin right here to start the football hotbed National Sophomore Showcase, the best of 2021. Hashtag it's a hotbed world.
It is. It is not a hotbed world out there in a temperature sense, but the football is going to be that, Coach.
I like that they have both teams out.
Yeah, and I like that we can read the numbers. That's a great thing.
Really good job with the uniforms. The uniforms are nice.
Yeah, I do. I'm very appreciative of these. I mean, I know we've got some cool stuff that we see all summer and things like that, but being able to read a jersey number is a huge plus.
No doubt. Looks like the referees are getting ready to flip it up.
White team will be home. Black team will be visiting.
Let's see. I'll tell you what, that last game, really good.
Yeah, it was one of those things where it was kind of slow to start, good defensive struggle. Then you had you didn't have any points in the first or the third quarter, but, in the second, especially late in the second, and then, late in the fourth, it kind of exploded.
Yeah, a 23-7 finish with the black team winning. Speaking of the black team, looks like they just deferred to the second half.
That'd be correct, Coach, and that would mean that they would kick unless, we see the unprecedented. We want to kick, and then we'll kick again.
We want to kick twice.
And if I see that, then I'm probably going to laugh.
Yeah. The white team wisely elects to receive.
Please stand and remove your hats for the playing of the
Going up for the national anthem here. See if I can keep from my headset getting yanked off. All right. Play ball, right?
I'm all in favor of it.
All right. Looks like the teams are headed for the sideline. I'll tell you what, for you folks out there that are watching, you can follow us on Facebook and Twitter. Score Sports here coming to you live from McEachern High School. It's a pretty day. It's
a windy day.
Yeah, I don't know what the temperature's doing right now, but I know it is warm and cozy up here.
Everything's warm and cozy up here except for my feet, Coach. I ain't going to lie to you. I'm cold.
I will admit my feet are a little cold. I tell you what, if we could organize like some sort of foot heater for next time.
According to my cellular device, it's 36 degrees outside.
Well, that with the wind chill is probably in the 20s.
That's be interesting to see. I'm watching the quarterback. It appears quarterbacks.
Again, welcome to the National Sophomore Showcase, best of class of 2021.
All right, here we go. Lining up to kick. The black team will have the wind at their back.
Yeah, that played a huge role in the last game, didn't it, Coach?
It did.
A lot of field goals that came up short going into the wind. Plays where it started off the game, last time with the white team pinned at their own 5 because, the ball went over the head of the returner due to the wind. So you're going to see, an interesting game right here. Looks like we're fixing to get it started with this kick right here, Coach.
And there's the kick. Going to be fielded at about the 7-yard line.
Wow.
He has a hole. Staying on his feet. Number 6 spins back.
Nice return right there.
Spins back. Finally brought down by number 44 for the black team.
34-yard return right there for number 6 on the white squad. They're going to set him up at first down at their own 41-yard line. So this is, it's going to be interesting. We got to get a chance to go down and talk to these guys before the game, like we did last coaches. So we have to figure out what they're going to do. Kind of flying by the seat of our pants right here. Looks like it's going to be a spread look, Coach.
Yeah, we know both teams are probably going to run a spread. That 4-2-5 defense seems to be the defense of the day.
Yeah, maybe what they're required to play. They didn't say that, but they did say they weren't supposed to blitz, and then they blitzed. So you know how it is.
Quarterback in the gun. Looks like we're going to get a 4-man rush out of the line right there. They pull both guys, a little buck sweep action.
Yeah, and it's met in the backfield for a loss of 3 on first down.
All right.
Second and 12.
It's going to bring up second down and 12.
All right, so right now, Coach, we're just getting started right here. You see anything right off the bat that looks a little bit, different from game one?
The numbers.
Exactly. That's what I'm sitting there thinking about it. You got some big old cats out there. Plus, there's a lot more people playing in this game.
Counter right there. Ball carried by number 23.
Ball carried by number 23.
Gain of 5 on the play. It's going to bring up third down and 8 right here.
That'll bring up third down and 8.
Be interesting to see. We haven't seen a.
Ball handed off again to Antonio Outler.
That was Antonio Outler on the carry, Coach. Should be interesting to see what they go to right here.
3rd and 9. Yeah, that's never one of those downs you look forward to.
No, it is not. And if you do, then you are a strange human. Single high safety. Looks like cover 3 look right here.
Quarterback looks out to his
Oh,
right.
man.
Pass intended for number 23. Broken up by number 34 for the black.
And that's what you get when you get that cover 3 look right there. You get the guys, and you get a flat defender, 2 hook to curl defenders, 2 deep third, or 3 deep third defenders. And they threw it right into that right there, Coach. That's all that was. That was just, he dropped. He thought he was going to have a man look, and he threw it right into the flat defender right there. So it's going to bring up the first punt. So that's going to be number 34 punting.
Yeah, that's a tall drink of water back there to receive the punt.
Can you see what number is receiving, Coach?
20-something.
Wow, that's a
nice
bomb.
boot into the wind. 25 on the return.
And 25's got the corner.
He's got the corner. He's got a block. He's got a return set up. He's coming around the left side.
Oh, he fumbled.
But ground calls that fumble. That ball popped out on the ground.
They're going to give him. Let's see what. Oh, they gave it right back to the white squad.
No. Come on, man. Come on, fellas. First down, white.
Yeah. We've seen this story before, Coach. This is just like the first game.
That's a bad call, bro. That's a bad call. That guy's elbow hit the ground and the ball popped out.
And it's bad that the horrible part about it is he had just had about, a 40-yard return right there, and now it turns back over. And so you get to go back and we're going to restart this thing at the 30-yard line.
Yeah, they're calling white team calls mulligan.
Or do-over.
Yeah. Yeah, the old street ball rules, do-over.
Yeah. Now we're going.
And a little counter action right there.
Uh-oh, he got the corner.
He's got the corner. Number 23 has the edge. He's fighting to get outside, and he's met by number 50 and number 2.
8-yard gain right there. It'll bring up 2nd and 2, Coach.
Ball handed off to number 23.
So you're going to get to, it's funny, we had the same scenario play out in the first game. Punt, and then, it runs back over, and on a fumbled punt, the only difference was in the first game they started at 28, not the 30. So what you're looking at here, you got 2nd down and 2, and, you're back into a true spread look right here. It'll be interesting to see if they take a shot down the field. You got a waist down right here. What do you think, Coach?
Well, I would definitely take a shot. Motion from left to right. Give on the jet around the right side. He's got a hole.
They took a
and
shot.
There he goes. There he goes. Number 80 to the outside. Going to be drugged down.
Handed off to number 80.
Looks like number 23 in on that play.
25-yard carry right there for number 80. And he's got some jets right there. I mean, he when he turned, that was blocked really well, too. I ain't gonna lie.
Brought down by 32. Sorry about that.
He blocked him.
Down by number 32 on the black.
I mean, it was that was well blocked, well executed. And when we said take a shot, we meant down the field throwing it. But when he turned the quarter, I thought he was fixing to run on into the end zone, Coach.
I tell you what, sometimes the run can be as good to you. Those outside runs can really.
Sir. Now you got 1st down and 10 at the 37-yard line.
LaFrance in the gun, trips out to his left side. There's a snap.
Inside screen.
Yeah.
Got tipped.
Yeah, you should have one-hopped that one. That ball's intended for Hall. Mr. Hall's thanking you for that one hopper.
Pass intended for Ajayi Hall. Pass will be incomplete.
Because I tell you what now, you throw that in my chest and we ain't friends no more.
You trying to say that he wouldn't be the first quarterback to hang somebody out to dry, Coach? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. I've seen quarterbacks running the option before, and I coached a team a while back where the kid actually apologized as he pitched the ball.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, he's like, my bad, man. And he pitched him the ball, and, of course, the kid that he pitched it to just got clobbered.
I remember throwing a pass one night, and as I threw it, I just started running because I never saw the guy that was covering the guy behind the dude break off and start running. So when I threw it, it looked like I just threw it right to the guy. Right,
Timeout, White.
Timeout?
It'll be a timeout. White.
All right. First charge timeout with 6:49 to go here in the first quarter for the White squad. 2nd down and 10 at the 37-yard line. What you think so far, Coach?
Man, I tell you what, some athletic kids out there. All right. Some really athletic kids here at the Football Hotbed National Sophomore Showcase.
Yeah. And, right now it looks like the same story. We've got a punt, and we got a punt, and we got a fumbled punt after that. And, it's been the same storyline. It's just a little bit funny that it happened that way. That and the fact that I guess got kneed in the knee and it hurt. So
I tell you what, I really enjoyed the freshman game.
Yeah, the freshman.
So I'm looking forward to what this is going to look like.
It should be pretty interesting so that, we can see not that it's a shot at the freshmen, but you can see the size and the skill and the speed is a little bit different in this game already.
Well, and you would expect it to be.
All right. So, it's one of those things where, I was watching, like I was going to tell you, I was watching the quarterbacks warm up beforehand, and they were throwing the ball down the field pretty well. Now here comes 2nd down and a handoff.
That ball given to Robichaux right up the gut. Looks like it's going to be a pickup of about 4 or 5.
Man, they're going to bring up 3rd down and 5 right there, Coach.
3rd and 5. Oh, there it is.
So it's going to bring up, what's that look like, 3rd and 4?
Yeah, it's going to be a short 4 right there. Okay, so, you're looking at it right here. We're going in just about the halfway, point of the first quarter right here. And we have yet to see the black team, operate on offense. But so all we've seen right now is this, kind of hybrid spread That's been run by the white squad.
A little shift right there.
You see the
Robichaux just right up the middle.
You see the trap look right there, Coach, a little long trap look. Giving it with the moving the sniffer back or the power back or where do you want to count it, the hide back, and then running the trap in behind it. It's pretty effective. That's about the second time they've run that today. It looks pretty good.
And the defense stemmed trying to stop that and didn't matter.
Yeah, that's one of the things, it's pretty amazing to watch what these guys have been able to put in and orchestrate in really 2 days of being here and getting ready to play. Because, when you get here the first day, you're just settling in, and then you got to practice, and then you got to practice, and then, realistically, you're playing on the third day. So,
well, in addition to that, we know these groups are doing college visits at the same time.
Yep, that is true. They hadn't been all sit there and just go to the field. It's been a total person experience. Touchdown.
Let's it fly. Oh, somebody zigged where they should have zagged on that one. You got two receivers in the same area, number 6 and number 80 in the exact same area. They're having a conversation about that right now.
Yeah, that should have been a touchdown.
Yes.
Both of them were in the –
two guys were wide open, but they were standing next to each other and got in each other's way.
They played better defense on themselves than the team in black did. All right. So here we go. We got 2nd down and 10 from the 24.
On the 23.
So, what are you thinking right here, Coach? You just saw that. You come back to it?
Why not? You had two guys running wide open. May as well.
Good thing about it was when they, I saw somebody run through the thing. Nobody was jumping up and down celebrating a pass breakup on that. Because there wasn't really a pass breakup. It was just kind of we screwed this up. Got man coverage down here. It's all by himself.
Yeah, that's number 6, Mr. Hall out there all by his lonesome.
Delay a game.
Flag on the play.
Oh man, you can't. That's the thing is you're trying to get into the perfect look with the perfect play. Sometimes you're better off just running whatever you had. That's unfortunate.
The bad part about it is that, we just talked about it. 2 days, Coach. If we tried to run an offense in 2 days, and we've known these kids at our school for years, we'd probably have 10 delay of game penalties.
Yeah, there's no question about that because we struggle from time to time with that.
But it ain't going to matter right now because they're coming right back to the same thing.
Motion coming back across. Fake to Robichaux.
He's there.
France.
Ball got blocked, tipped. He caught it.
France gets it out. Pass complete to number 84.
Is that 84 or 54?
54.
That's number 54.
Number 54.
54.
That's awesome. Number 54
That's
catching a pass, baby.
That's McCray.
That's Mr. McCray. He probably got here and they showed him that he was going to be number 54, and he probably looked at it and said, what in the world just happened? Now it's 3rd down and 9 because that was a 1-yard completion. No, excuse me, a 6-yard completion because you had the penalty. So it was a 6-yard completion on that, so it's 3rd and 9 right here. All right. What you thinking right here, Coach?
Right here?
Yeah.
Don't turn the ball over so I can kick a field goal. There's a snap.
There comes your buck sweep.
France pulls it.
Should have just gave it.
And he is swarmed by – I think there were people that came off the sideline and got in on that tackle.
And the bad part about it is they're going into the wind right here. So, you're looking at, from this distance right here, a 45-yard field goal.
Into the wind?
Into the wind.
Nah, you better take another – you go for it on 4th down.
So you went from 3rd down and 9 to 4th down and 12. So a loss of 3 on that play right there. They're going to go for it or they're going to kick this thing?
Looks like Hugo Silsby is coming out.
Okay.
They're playing right now. It's driving me crazy, but Greg and I recorded it.
Oh, good.
All right. So we are going to get a field goal attempt right here.
Watch it when we get home.
I'm sorry, that's Mason Garrett coming out to kick the ball.
So Garrett's going to line this thing up. He's got it set at 43 yards right here.
Silsby's his holder.
Yeah.
Garrett's going to line up and try to thump this one through into the wind. That's a tall order right there.
Yep.
43-yard try is up.
And
It was hooking back.
Uh-oh, they're going to return this thing out.
They're allowing them to bring it out of the end zone.
They shouldn't, because that's a touchback in high school. But it was.
There we go.
They had it set up nice too on that sideline over there. That was fixing to go for to the house.
Some kick six action.
Yes, sir. So that's going to bring up 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line with 2:56 to go in the first quarter. And we're going to get to see the Black offense for the first time today, Coach. It only took 7 minutes and 4 seconds.
Black, 0.
Well,
you know, it is what it is.
I'm looking forward to see what they got right here.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see. You know, one thing.
They got some big cats up front, I'll tell you that.
Right now I'm throwing it to, looks like number, what is that, number 3 is the inside slot right there, or number 2? He comes inside zone, quarterback keep it.
And he gets out there, and there's nowhere to go. He does a good job evading a couple people.
Yeah, he got back to the line of scrimmage. So it's going to bring up 2nd down and 10. It's funny watching this thing. They just ran. It's the same thing. They ran zone. They started the zone away from the multiple receiver side, but they're sliding the safety over the top, and they're keeping that guy on the backside to play leverage.
Big Best called his own number right there, and just nowhere to go.
Yep. So it's right now we got 2nd down and 10. Here comes
Trips out to the right-hand side.
White rolls to cover 2 or cover 5.
And Best tries to go up the middle. Brought down by number 1 for White.
He's going to pick up 2 on that carry right there, Coach. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 8.
That'll be a gain of 2.
Number 1 looks like a rush in if there's ever been one.
I love the towel.
Yeah, he's – anytime you get those guys out there that got those long, rangy bodies.
Yeah. He looks like he's supposed to play there. Is that what you're saying, Coach?
He does. He's gonna put some weight on here in the next couple of years, and it's gonna be
hard for somebody to block him.
Oh yes, sir. That's an offensive tackle nightmare right there.
Yes, sir. And here it comes. Now you got 5-man pressure with one guy gonna rotate over the top. There it is again.
Man,
whoa! Hello.
Brought a little thump with
it.
Yes,
he did. Carried the ball for a gain of 2 more, so it's gonna bring up 4th and 6. So we're going to get to see first punt of the day for the Black team. And they at least have the benefit of the win for the next, minute and 4 seconds.
Yeah, that's what Cause likes to see.
So this is what you're going to look at right here. You got wind at your back. Where do you play this thing? Are you setting up a return as you're the White squad right here, Coach?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna try to put a wall up.
There we go.
Although in an All-Star game, you might be better off with Jesse James in it. Just hold him up at the line of scrimmage and.
Well, right now they got to figure out how many people are on the punt team.
Yeah, we're watching Leonardo Zalzo go out for the punt.
Like they're drafting people up out there. This punt's going to end up being the last play of the first quarter, I got a feeling, Coach.
Good snap. Yowzers.
Wow, it went straight right, too.
Yeah, and just headed straight out of bounds.
That ended up being a 13-yard punt.
Yeah, he looked like he was really trying to get hold of it and maybe ended up not being able to thump it like he thought he would.
Yep, 13-yard punt, which will give the White team possession 1st and 10 at the Black 34-yard line. So, you got great field position. You got 7.5 seconds to go for the in the first quarter. So what do you do right here, Coach? You take a shot?
Oh, yeah, man. Why not?
All right. If you got anything that you've practiced where you got, I might run the jet again right here because, it's a it's one of those things where number 80 was one step away from going to the house. Either that or you got single high safety right here, so you just run 80 down the seam over there and just throw it to him.
Quarterback in the gun, here comes that motion. And it's the give on a jet, and he turns it up, Yep,
he's going to gain a yard. That's going to give us to the end of the first quarter, Coach, with no score, just like in game one. We're we're kind of following the same script.
Tell you what, here at the Football Hotbed National Sophomore Showcase here at McEachern High School, Hashtag it's a hotbed world.
Yes, sir.
2021.
I tell you what, the best of 2021 so far, it's been a really competitive game, really evenly matched.
I like there's a lot of skill in this game. That's one of the things you can notice right off. There, there's some different kind of speed. You normally see that jump in a high school player from his freshman year, to his sophomore year. There's a huge jump. We've seen it with some of our guys in the past. We've seen it with guys that when they were freshmen they couldn't outrun me right now, and I've got a blown out knee from falling in a parking lot yesterday. But then they come in their sophomore year, and by the time they go through their sophomore and junior years, they're D1 prospects. And you can start to see the maturation of these guys, much bigger, much stronger, much faster. And, it's not that the play is any different. You get what I'm saying? It's just that when you grow and mature like that, it makes things on the field, work a lot more fluidly.
Yeah, the speed of the game changes.
It does. So now we're here. We're going to start the second quarter right here, Coach. And it's second down and 8 right here.
White team lines up in a doubles look. Looks like we're going to get a 4-man rush out of the black team. Quarterback drops, scans the field, and he's going to be sacked. Good pressure by the black team right there. Brought down by number 21 for the black team.
That was a loss of 6 on the play right there. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 14.
Quarterback sacked by Isaiah Finney.
All right.
That's Benning on that sack right there.
Now, it's unfortunate because if he would have gotten rid of the football, or if he'd have been looking to his left early, he had a guy running wide open on the inside slant that he could have got it out of his hands early. But now you're looking at it 3rd and 14 and a chance to maybe, just maybe, get yourself back in field goal range with the wind.
Williams drops, scans the field, has a crossing route. My goodness.
That was a great catch by number 10 right there.
Rayvon Moore right there is kind of a big guy.
Rayvon Moore just made a nice catch, and he got third. He had picked up 10, so it went from, 2nd and 14 or 3rd and 14. Now it's at 4th and 4. So what you're looking at here is right now you're going to go for this right here, maybe just a little bit out of field goal range, and you got to pick up about 4.5, 5 yards to get the first down. Might go back to the same look, Coach.
I tell you what, man, they hit that guy, and he just kept on running.
Yeah, that's what happens when you are that guy must be a really, 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 or he's going to be a really, 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 big tight end prospect. But right now he's not. Oh, there you go. Now they figured it out over there.
Williams in the gun, sniffer back motion from left
Touchdown.
to right, and they give to number 23 around the left side, getting good blocking downfield out of his wide receiver number 6.
23-yard gain on 4th down and 5.
That's Antonio Outler on the carry.
Outler with 23 yards on 4th and 5. Sets up 1st and goal at the 8. Very nicely done.
Good job by Argyle Hall right down there trying to – I'm sorry, Argyle. I made him Irish. Argyle. Okay, buddy, I'm sorry. I'm butchering your name right now. Mr. Hall.
There you go.
That's what I'm going to call you.
All right, so 1st down and goal at the 8 as we move under 8 minutes here in the second quarter of a scoreless sophomore showcase, best of 2021.
It's that flanks look.
Same play.
And here comes the quarterback.
Fumbled it.
And he fumbled the ball.
It's recovered on the 1-yard line by the black team. Number 9, who picked it up?
I'm trying to.
Number 2, maybe.
But I tell you what, that's a bend don't break kind of defense right there.
Wow.
So with 7:31 left in the second quarter, we see a change of possession right there.
Wow.
But the black team, despite having the ball, your back is still against the wall.
Yeah, I mean, it is right there. I mean, I was certain that when I saw that motion, they were fixing to hand the ball to 23 again, and he was going to do his thing.
Might have been a wiser choice on that one. You try to mix it up and you try to do different stuff.
It's going to be interesting. They're not. Are they going? Who called? Somebody called timeout?
I didn't see a timeout call. I don't know if that's an official timeout.
Did somebody throw the red challenge flag and I missed it?
Well, I think so.
So So anyway, you're going to start here on the 1 yard line. What's your plan right here, Coach? Is it just to get in there foot to foot?
Oh yeah, we're gonna get foot to foot, man. We're gonna run the ball right up the gut. I'm gonna give the ball to Robichaux a couple times, see if we can't get some breathing room, and then take a shot.
All right, I like that plan. See what they do, because right now, looking like we're gonna have a little. Might have an eye backfield right here, Coach, for the first time.
I say Robichaux. Robichaux's on the white team. I apologize, but to that point, I'm running it up the gut. Eye backfield.
There's your run up the gut. There's
Oh, and
the
he
ball
dropped
on
the
the
ball.
ground.
He dropped the ball, and the white recovers.
He did fumble, and it is picked up by number 27 right there.
I tell you what, the happiest guy on the white team is Williams.
Yes, he is.
The guy that fumbled the ball. Because he's thinking to himself, man, I ain't going to have no friends.
I got everything, and now everything's all been forgiven. We got the ball back. Matter of fact, when they hit him, he was probably at the 4 or 5 when he fumbled. So his fumble gained 2 yards.
Look at that.
That's not the way we would think of it if we were there. We'd be like, no, dude, that's not going to happen.
That white D-line, they got in there and did some damage.
How much you want to bet 23 touches it right here?
Well, he would absolutely get the ball. If it was me, I can figure Mr. Outler's fixing to take it.
I would think so. Thinking he would be running left is where I would think he'd be going.
Williams in the gun. And there's the give to Mr. Outler, and everybody else was thinking the exact same thing we were.
Mr. Outler loses a yard. So it will bring up 2nd and goal from the 4. We're going to roll.
We've seen a couple turnovers down here deep.
Yeah, I mean, it is, we had 5 or 6, in the first game. Well, we had 5, then we had 2 late that ended up, they ended up with 7 total turnovers in the first game. But, I think, as a matter of fact, I think it was 3 on one team and 4 on the other. But what you're looking at right here, though, I'm thinking this was fixed to be some kind of, play action fake and a quick slant to the backside, maybe on a single receiver side up there, or run number 10 on the drag because they seem to have a hard time tackling him.
No doubt. And looks like they're going to burn one.
That's their second time out, Coach.
So the white team's going to take a timeout, so 6:26. Still a 0-0 call right here, 0-0 game right here with 6:26 left in the half. Here at the Football Hotbed National Sophomore Showcase, the best of 2021.
What kind of world is it, Coach?
It's hashtag Hotbed World.
There you go.
Hey, be sure to follow Hotbed Football on Facebook and Twitter. Also, Score Sports here.
Make sure to follow them on Facebook and Twitter, too.
Always, man.
If we get to do this, 6 or 7, 8 more years, we might figure out all the things we're supposed to say.
Yeah, every play, every time, baby. Every play, every time. I'll tell you what now, this has been a really nice day here at McKeitron High School.
It is for us. We're sitting up here talking football when we're normally teaching. I don't know how nice it is for the fans because they're out there in this wind. I know the temperature has risen a little bit, but I don't know how much that's helping.
Yeah, those concrete bleachers will pretty much freeze your behind.
Well, I know one thing. My toes are freezing right now. There's not any doubt about that. And I'm sitting up here in the heat, what's supposed to be the heat, and my feet are going to have, a serious problem. So we're about to be back right here, Coach. It's second and goal from the 4.
There's number 10 out there all by his lonesome on the left side. Trips to the right. Williams drops, looks right, scrambles.
Touchdown.
And lets it fly.
Number 8.
That's complete.
Yes, it is.
I think that's Mr. Hall right there, number 6.
Now, there's 6, or is that yeah, 6. Got you.
6.
Nice catch, buddy.
Touchdown, Ajayi Hall.
And so just like that, our tie 0-0 ball game becomes a 6-0 ball game.
Yep, and the funny thing about it was if he would have looked right over to the left-hand side, he could have thrown the fade stop to, our guy number 10. And, it came back. He made a nice little thing where he stepped up in the pocket, cleared the pressure, And then, you know, by doing that, he gave himself a chance to throw a nice dart into the middle of the end zone.
I thought he was about to run with the ball, and he decided to throw it.
I did too. I really thought that was,
Probably a really good decision.
yeah,
And there's the kick, and it's up and through.
that's good. So now with 6:17 to go in the second quarter, all right.
He said no good.
He said no good?
He said no good.
Kick
Okay.
was no good.
All right then. So
I have an odd vantage point then.
I do too. All right. Well, we do have an odd vantage from it. We don't have we're not looking
All
straight.
right, I think we're going to take a look at that last touchdown.
All right. So what you got right here, you got trips to the field. You're going to run a little.
You see the quarterback step
Yeah.
up right here and just let it fire right there. But I tell you what, that's a really gutsy call for the quarterback to pull the trigger right there, because when you look at it, you end up with a man here, here, and there who are all going to close on this receiver here. But he still fires it in there.
Look at the top of the screen, Coach. Look what we were talking about. From the jump of the snap, fade stop to the left side of the screen.
When they put number 10 out here, I really thought that's where they were going with the
I
ball.
did too. I really did.
Either way, really heads up play by the quarterback.
Yes, it was. Nice job of moving his feet to get somebody open. So with 6:17 to go right here, it's 6-0, not 7-0, as I previously said. And so we're going to get, you know, right now what could be the most interesting play in this game is the kickoff return.
Well, and you missed the extra point. That could be the difference.
Yeah, we said that one time and I thought you were nuts, and then you were dead on. It was amazing. Such clairvoyance from my partner over here.
Well, even a stop clock is right twice a day. And there's the kick. It's a nice, high, spinning kick, fielded at the 4-yard line. Number 2 for the black team's coming around the right side.
Ooh, hello.
Golly.
11-yard return right there.
Down by number 42.
And number
Wow.
42 for the white team introduces himself.
Yes, he said hello. And in any language, that hurt.
That was Nigel Shannon on the play right there.
Yes, it was.
And it's no surprise that Nigel is a linebacker,
Yeah.
because that was very linebacker-esque.
Yeah, he just ran through that guy's soul right out here at the 15-yard line. So it's 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line for the black squad. Come in down 6-0.
All right, here we go. 1st and 10 from the 15-yard line.
Yes, sir, Coach. We got trips. Maybe we have trips. We're having a discussion.
Shouldn't even be on, 'cause they've got water on the sideline.
Here we go. Got a trips look. Quarterback in the gun.
Man coverage.
Quick give of the middle.
Gain of 7 right there, Coach. It's going to bring up 2nd and 3 from the 22.
Big first down play right there.
Well, now you got what you want, Coach. You got 2nd and 3. You can do whatever you want to. So,
Yeah, I mean, your playbook's wide open right here. I go ahead and take a shot.
yeah, I mean, I'm with you right here. Might, get you a little play fake right here, throw a little RPO action.
Doubles look like you're going to get cover 1. Little cross buck.
They're going to be a yard short. We've got 2 on the play. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 1.
That'll bring up 3rd down.
Play made by number 54 for the white team.
And that's interesting right there. Now they're kind of getting that little crisscross, Auburn action, in the back. Don't really know much about, the running prowess of the quarterback right here, but you get one guy going one way, one guy going the other way, and then
The
he
middle opens.
splits the middle of the field right there. Makes life hard on a linebacker. Now you got 3rd and 1, and you got trips, and this is the quarterback's this is zone read right here.
And there it goes. Oh, number 54 again. Big play right there for the white team.
Loss of 3 on the play. Okay, loss of 2. They're going to get loss of 2.
And
They ran into an unblocked player, Coach.
That'll bring up 4th down.
That's going to, you got to have an adjustment right there when they're bringing heat off the edge. If you can get underneath that, then you really got something.
I mean, thing is, they're putting trips out here, and they're expecting that to draw one guy out and get a soft edge on that side away from the trips, and it's not happened. They're covering the inside trips guy with the safety, and it's been that way the whole game. So now you're gonna get a punt, and the white squad is gonna get great field position with the lead already.
Zalza gets it out, and another rough punt for Mr. Zalza. It kind of takes a backwards roll.
That's about a 15-yard punt right there, Coach.
Well, that's a bummer.
Yeah, and he was kicking that one into the wind, so you can kind of get that. But
yeah, that first one, I think it just came off his foot really weird.
It'll be 1st and 10.
So now you got 1st down and 10. At the 37-yard line, the white squad ahead 6-0 with 3 minutes and 56 seconds left to go right here.
3 minutes and 56 seconds left in the second quarter.
Now, between you and I'm throwing the ball right here off this, some kind of play fake.
Right. There's no doubt. And I'm taking number 10. He's going to be in some sort of crossing pattern every time I get a chance.
Well, he's outside wide. They're going to be pressed up on him. So I'd be watching down here for number 6, something coming inside.
Motion for left to right, bad snap.
I want to save it, though.
Going to be covered up by LaFrance.
LaFrance picks it up, and that's going to be a loss of 8. So it'll bring 2nd down and 18 right there.
It'll be 2nd and long.
Yeah, that's tough right there. Mishandling the snap.
Yeah.
It wasn't a great snap, but it did touch his hands. And as an offensive lineman, I would say that's the quarterback's fault.
Catch the ball.
Catch the ball, you're an athlete.
Mm-hmm. Now, you've heard that statement many times come out of somebody's mouth because, that's what their job is. That's your job as a quarterback. You got to orchestrate and you got to know everything, but the first thing you got to do is catch a snap. Got man underneath, single high safety right here.
Doubles look. There's snap. LaFrance drops. Throws the ball out to his right side.
Didn't
Number
tackle
5 makes a man miss. And then gets run out of bounds. But
pass complete to number 5.
That was 15 yards right there, Coach.
Not until he has a 15-yard gain.
16 yards, my bad. Going to bring up 16 yards. It'll be 3rd down and about 2.
Yeah, I think we're going to get a quick give right here. I'd be looking for Robichaux to tote it.
That's what you would think would happen, but you might want to you might think that you got a down in your back pocket. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because you're going to go for it right here on 4th down anyway.
So, it is what it is, but this is what's going this could be a good play to, run your little RPO, run your quarterback read, and here's your 6-man box, and here comes your 5-man pressure. And here comes your inside. Oh, they had him split. He's going to get the 1st down.
Yeah, but I thought he was going in right there.
Yes, I did too. It was opened up really wide, getting that cross read right there. Gain of 2 on the play right there.
You had the motion come across, and they faked the jet and then gave on the zone coming back to the right-hand side. And the ocean, the waters parted there for a second.
The sea was wide open.
And I thought for sure that's a touchdown, and then it closed rather quickly.
So now, I'm sitting right here watching this. There's 2 minutes and 39 seconds right here, and the clock's running. If you're the black squad, you got 3 timeouts. Would you think about taking them to save yourself some time right here, Coach, or are you just going to use them in case you need them?
Well, I think I'm probably going to burn my timeouts if I can get a stop right here on 1st down.
All right. That's a good thought process.
LaFrance drops, looks out to the right, has
well, they covered that really well. Now, I ain't going to lie to you.
Great coverage. That's a coverage sack right there.
LaFrance is going to lose a yard. He's going to be sacked, for a loss of 1. But the whole play right there, that was a great job of coverage. He had nowhere to go with the ball, and so he just did the thing he should have done. He either should have run it or ate it, and I think he tried to run it but just got caught from the backside right there.
What he didn't do is throw in the coverage.
No, he did not. He kept the ball. He kept the clock running, which is one thing. He held onto the football. He gave himself a chance to get his offense in position to score more points before the half. He didn't do anything
to hurt his team.
Exactly.
Looks like here comes the pressure.
Run it.
Motion coming from right to left. Golly.
Gain of 1 on the play.
About 1, yeah.
Going to make it 3rd and 10 right here as the clock ticks under a minute and 20 seconds.
That'll bring up 3rd down.
That's been pretty smart, without being really threatened right here, you might give up 3 points, but it'd be a whole lot worse to give up 6. So you see how the black squad chooses to play this defense right here.
Well, if you're the white team, do you run the ball right here or do you throw it?
Well,
if you throw it and it's incomplete, you stop the clock.
If it's me, I'm throwing the post to number 6 up top.
France drops.
There it is, too. He was so wide open.
And he's taken down.
Now they call a timeout right there. And that was a loss of 2 on the play. Sacked again.
Timeout. Black.
They really did. Coach, we just said it. They take the shot up top. He had him. He was wide open. But, you got to have the time to throw that, too. It's easy for us to sit up here and scream he's wide open, when got guys running through the gap in there at your legs, making you slide up and all of that happy stuff. So, you got the timeout right here from the black team. All right. And when you got this, now you're going to set up this is either going to be a go for it right here. It would be a 46, 47-yard field goal if you kicked it. I don't know if they want to try that, even though they do have the wind at their back. So you're probably going to see something that's a very similar play right here, don't you think?
I would think so.
Maybe even bring something in, max protect, and then try to throw that same play because it was so wide open right there that if he just gets it to him, he catches it and walks into the end zone. So,
or, you could always go and, I imagine they're going to be bearing down on you.
Yeah, they're coming. You could screen it.
Yeah. So that's one way to go.
Yeah, so, it'll be interesting to see how they run this thing up here right now. And so we're going to get – but it's the same formation, all right? I'm going to say that. It's the same formation as people sat in the same spots, in the same areas. So it's going to be time – it may be time for somebody to get this thing thrown over the top right here. Oh, here comes the toss sweep pass.
There he goes. Number 20 lets it fly. And
broken up.
Should have been picked by 3 different people.
Yeah.
But it was one of those deals where they all kind of broke themselves up.
Yep. So that'll be a turnover on downs right here at the 30-yard line with 37.3 seconds left to go before half and a 6-0 lead for the white squad. You got anything you're going to run right here, Coach? You're taking a knee and going to halftime because you get the ball to start the second half.
I probably take a shot downfield, and if protection looks good on that one, maybe I try something else.
Mm-hmm.
But with 37 seconds left in the half, though,
Approaching halftime.
see, I would have burned my timeouts
earlier.
To try to keep time on the clock, give myself a chance. Here comes motion from left to right. There's
He's
a snap.
going a wheel route.
Drops. He's getting pressure, and he's going to be brought down from behind. Yeah, I'm going to kneel it down right here.
Yeah, he's just let the clock run.
I'm going to kneel it down and get out of this half.
That's exactly what who called timeout?
Brought down by number 90.
Oh, okay. So the black squad uses their second timeout with 24.3 seconds left.
Ryan Keeler.
Well, I understand trying to get something out of possession, and that's one of those things where, you run into a situation where you're like, okay, should I try to get something out of this possession, or should I, like you said, kneel it down and go in and let's get on the board?
Well, with having 2 timeouts left, and our thought process is that, and a lot of people are very similar to what we think, but I would have probably thrown a screen right there, and if it would have gotten us some good yardage, then maybe we would have called a timeout and decided to go 2 minutes. But if it didn't, if that would have happened, we just let it run, go to the locker room, say, hey, we get the ball, start second half. Let's go in here and talk about it, figure it out, and come back and fix it. So
yeah, there's no question about that. What you want to make sure you don't do is have to punt the ball.
There it is.
And
and that is picked off by number
42.
Oh, and he fumbled it. It's going to be
Whoa. And he fumbled it back to number 27.
And number 27 with his second fumble return or fumble recovery of the day.
Ball fumble.
That was pretty interesting.
By number 27.
That ball kind of changed hands a couple times there.
Played hot potato with it out there.
Ball fumbled and received by Kevin Knowles.
8.8.
Yep.
So now, hey, look, I'm telling you right here. I'm just going to go ahead and put this on record. If they play single high safety right here, I'm throwing the ball to number 8 down the left sideline. I'm throwing it to him right, or number 6, my bad. I'm throwing it to him down the left sideline. He has been open 3 plays in a row down that sideline. I'm throwing it to him again.
And you got the wind to your back.
Throw the ball deep. Give yourself a chance. So, we got, 8.8 seconds left? Is that what it says?
I believe so. And I think LaFrance was like, I let LaFrance let it fly.
LaFrance let it fly?
No doubt.
Oh, man. We probably just all got fired for that.
Yep. Dad jokes.
Yes.
There's a snap. Man, he's just going to kneel it down.
So they're going to take a 6-yard loss and kneel down. Not that it matters, but you get what I'm saying.
And they're just going to wind the clock for the last few seconds.
Yep.
And that's going to take us into half right there at the Hotbed Football National Sophomore Showcase.
Of the second quarter.
And that's going to be 6-0.
White squad's ahead, Coach.
Just a few announcements.
I tell you what, man, so far really evenly matched.
Yeah, nice games. Both games have been like this, Coach.
For coverage of the high school football
So,
throughout the offseason, please log on to FootballHotBed.com. It's a hotbed world. Also, attention, Metro Atlanta athletes and parents. Football Hotbed,
right here at the Football Hotbed,
7-on-7 and 3-1 shoot.
National Sophomore Showcase, Coach. We're 6-0 the white team. What do you see going into the second half?
For more information.
Going into the second half,
Coming up later at 3 p.m.
well, I mean, it's really been evenly matched. I haven't really seen anything where, you're like, okay, this is a glaring problem or this is wide open. So, Coach, I think you just come back out and you keep doing what you're doing.
All right.
Coming up next is the National Junior Showcase presented by Football Hotbed. It's a hotbed world.
All right.
That game starts at 3 p.m.
Getting ready to bring in Mr. Brandon O'Doy, the head of Football Hotbed.
What's going on again, Adam?
Not
We're
a
back
whole lot,
again.
man. Now, I tell you what, evenly matched games.
Well, that's what we strive for, because what we do during the week is we come in, we don't split the teams up. A lot of media outlets say, hey, can I get the rosters? I don't know them yet, because I need to see, I call it separating dogs from sheep. And so in this game, you got some big-time athletes. You got some 5-star, 4-star kids. Ajay Hall from Armwood in Tampa. He's got all the Power 5 offers. You got some big-time kids. P.J. O'Brien, number 1 in the black team. Ajay Hall, number 6 on the white team. But then you got some other guys that are trying to prove themselves. So our formula is that we go out and get a couple of certified guys that are nationally recognized as top recruits. We mix them in with guys that are trying to prove themselves. The guys who are the top recruits, they serve as the measuring stick, okay? Because even the other kids can see, this is what I need to be performing. This is the level I need to be at to be in consideration for some of those big Power 5 offers. And the mix of it, when we evenly distribute it during the week, we have a draft. We come in on Friday night. We have an hour of practice. All we're doing is position drills and one-on-ones. We're trying to separate dogs from sheep. And so we're trying to make sure we can get these teams as evenly as possible, even down to the kicker. And what we do is if there's a deficit in one area, let's say one offensive line is a little bit weaker, we'll give them the best dual-threat quarterback. And we'll balance the game like this. And you saw, even with the freshman game, it was close all the way up until, really the last minute. But I tell people all the time, and this is a fact, 75% of the games that we played since 2014, All-Star games, have come down to the last possession. 75%. And that produces an amazing All-Star game. It gives us a tremendous amount of film for folks to digest, and it's good for their resumes, and it's just better to watch.
No doubt about that. I've really enjoyed it, and it's so funny to watch the speed change when you go from the freshman to the sophomore.
It's like night and day, isn't it?
You expect a size change, but that's usually one of those big jumps for high school kids, that freshman to your sophomore year, where you see a lot of guys break into lineups. But some of these guys.
Well, let's be honest. Some of it is just body physics, puberty.
Oh.
Freshman year, no beard, no, hair on my face. Come back a year later, slimmed down. I probably lost 30 pounds over the summer of my freshman high school football year. Well, I didn't play high school football, but high school year, and then into my sophomore year. I was a completely different kid. And so it makes a difference. And in that, you see the difference. I mean, for those of you who've been tuning in to both games, I was down on the field. Like, especially that first play, that return, I was like, whoa, this game is moving way faster. And it's been like that. And so we see that on the youth level as well. Back home, we just had our 6th, 7th, and 8th grade, our middle school All-American games. That 6th grade game looks like it's a tea party. By the time you get to 8th grade, that thing is like zoom. So it's a big difference.
I tell you what, you got quite a thing going here, and I'm excited about you guys moving into Georgia. I know you were talking earlier about that you guys have a show that you do weekly in Florida.
Yeah, we have a show on Fox Sports Florida. It's called the FootballHotBed.com, Florida High School Football Report, driven by Honda. With Fox Sports Florida reached out to me in Football Hotbed, and they said, hey, listen, we've been thinking about investing in a high school football property. They cover the Marlins, they cover the Tampa Bay Devil Rays, they cover the Magic, the Heat, and every other team, the Florida Panthers, and every other team in the Tampa, Orlando, and South Florida markets. And so they wanted to use someone that had a statewide reach, and they reached out to us, and we were blessed to be able to have that opportunity. We may not go into television at first, but the reason they found us is because we just did a weekly YouTube show in the state of Florida, South Florida specifically, Miami, Broward County, Fort Lauderdale, and then Palm Beach, and we covered that, and then they use that, and they know we do these showcase games, so they know we have a reputation and can pull from all over the state. So that afforded us that opportunity, and we're looking for more opportunities as well. But I'll be honest with you, Adam, what we need, I'm going to turn to the cameras, we need to appeal to the folks in the state of Georgia. We need your help to cover, because I get a tremendous amount of cooperation from the coaches in the state of Florida, the FHSA, all the good folks there, Frank Beasley and all the folks that run it. They're very familiar with who we are. We run everything by them. We're actually not allowed to have this game in Florida. That's why we do the game here. And another great thing about being in Atlanta, it puts us right in the middle of getting to a bunch of colleges pretty quickly. We can get to Auburn, which we've been to, Alabama in 3 hours, Clemson with 2.5, University of Georgia, West Georgia, Mercer, Georgia State, so Georgia Tech, where we went to. So we like being here, sort of in the football capital of the South, and we can get to all those places. And McEachern is about as great a facility as you could want. This is actually like a college campus. There are colleges with facilities that don't even rival this. But, we need help. We need help from, Georgia coaches, people who want to go out and cover games, people who want to film games, and we just need to continue to build up. And you may possibly see, some top-flight coverage from Football Hotbed, because we just want to give these athletes a platform. I respect coaches from all across the state. You have a program, you want your kids to do whatever the case may be. But when you've got 2 or 3 JVs, or you got a freshman team, some of your bigger programs, you got some guys that are missing out on some playing time and some opportunities. And we can help those guys stay calm and stay put. Because a lot of times, and these coaches know it, you've got to play in order to get to school. I've never seen a guy on the bench get to college without film. It's impossible. You got a lot of these programs that have 100-plus guys on varsity. That's a lot. It's only 11 guys that play at one time, So we just try to augment and assist. We'll never get in the way. If there are any issues, coaches can call us, but we're here to help. And we've had coaches reach out, never heard of you guys. Tell me about what you do, what's your program. Beautiful thing about us, we're on the website. You can go to FootballHotbed.com. See who we are. We're credentialed journalists all the way from the NFL all the way down through college football. And, my background is in network news producing. I produced at ABC News for many years until I went into the private sector. So, we just enjoy it. We have a passion for it. I love it. I'm out here. I don't even have a real jacket on, man. My blood is just pumping. I'm ready to go, man. I'm fired up about this day, and we got a great game here so far, 6-0.
Well, that's a really positive way to look at it. And, that's in this age of high school free agency.